Teach them. Always make sure the message I reach them.
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Dim YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. And now,
broadcasting live.
We will broadcast
live. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Hey, let's go.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 366. This is the first time I am streaming in exactly 3 weeks. The last time I streamed was the 1st of July. From that night, I was sick. As a matter of fact, I have never felt that sick in my entire life, how I felt after I finished streaming that Friday night. Like, it was crazy. And it got worse, and then seemingly was getting better, then it got worse. Then I had an issue with my wisdom tooth, and as such, the ear became infected and swollen, and I couldn't eat on that side. I had to see the dentist and get some stuff because I had to extract that tooth. And since was my head big, I'm here not happy nice. The teeth big, so you understand. So I'm have to split it in two for extract it. See, you know, and get some only injection on them part and down in my gum and all that or something. So I was unable to like speak with any form of clarity for a few days. I was unable to open my mouth too wide for a few days because after they finished that, they had to do some stitching as well. And it was a rough 2 weeks, Zane. So I haven't been uploading. Well, the interview is still on schedule on a Tuesday and on a Sunday because those are recorded already. And so I found the strength to edit those. And yeah, but it was rough. You understand? And then everybody in the house got sick. It was the missus first, then me, then Amir, then my daughter. And we were always sick for a while. Well, the missus was sick first, so she kind of started improving. And then I think probably Amir next, then Chelsea, then it come like me, couldn't get better. You understand? So, but me there. So 2 weeks of interview had to be pushed back. And kind of chew out a lot of things. But we give thanks. As I say, it was really rough. And as such, my work output was reduced significantly. I think I only managed to do one video before I treated with my wisdom tooth. And one other video since, like a recorded video, until recently, a few days where I was able to do a few more videos. So, there has been so many happenings, wranglings, tanglings, and bunglings since I was last here. Good night to all the people who are here. I appreciate your support. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you are a regular viewer, big up yourself. You know, I appreciate the continued support. Yeah, that's what I say. So, a lot of things that I've wanted to address has kind of gone cold. There are a few things that I really wanted to speak about. For example, the situation where the accused in the 5 murder case from Clarendon was videoed during. I wanted to speak to so badly. There was another situation, sorry guys, where a woman decided to fake her abduction and demand ransom from her family. there are so many things. And then in recent days, a couple of days now, because I think she was reported missing on the 12th, Donna Lee, Donaldson, I know somebody had asked me yesterday why me not do no video on Donna Lee yet with some more emoji like so I kind of did tell them to take a hike with them emoji, but like, you know, when the story broke, I was sick. after the story broke, I was sick, and then by the time I was in a position to do a few videos, it gone way down, so I would not have been able to add nothing new to the millions of videos that were out there already, and the information and speculation. You know, when I speculate, and me now come tell us that the man they involved or the woman they involved or XYZ because I don't know. So there was nothing new to add. So for the people them out there who are bite up themselves as to why I teach them never do a video about the unfortunate situation surrounding the young lady. I was sick, you understand, and then by the time I circle, the street crowdy, you understand, so me did better say howdy, you understand, and things. So we will treat with that in a few. Rev, I just started a live stream, so I forgot to shout you back. Mad. Alright, bro. Blessings. Yeah, man. So, them look at things repeat. So we're there. As we say, a million different things go on and thing. And so the hot topic is the situation surrounding Donna Lee, Donaldson, a lot of people. And it was really and truly, like I was so sick. Scotty Biscuit hide. You know, our internet I give problem. Marriott, so hopefully our internet balance out so she can forward on. See? The amount of speculation and such surrounding that, and there are questions as to how the police have treated with the situation and the alacrity or lack thereof that has been involved in their response and such. So we don't know. The young lady's boyfriend is a member of the police force, and then consequently to that, his baby mother is also a serving member of the force. So whole heap of look at dynamics, but you know them thing here still with the lack of information, you know, people will create same and a lot of speculation and assertions and aspersions and some other things, pronouncements and judgments. I don't get into that. I share the information that exists. That not really work for some people sometime, and you know what I mean? But that is just the route that I have chosen to take. If I don't know, I just don't know. I will not pretend that I know, and I will not speculate, because truth of the matter is that in all of these situations, not just Donna Lee, Zane, at the other end of the video are family members and human beings. So we have to be fair in our judgments, and whilst we are hurting and we want our loved ones and our friends to come home, I always say that in the pursuit of justice, we cannot become unjust. You understand? That might not work for some people again, but I'm just speaking for myself here. See, so enough local things we are going to try treat with night. I'm hope Scotty can forward and to come help. You know what I mean? Less of the bird. Less of the bird. I am still not 100%. I am about one good distance, but we're still not 100. We still have the remnants of a cough that seem to be trying not to drink anything cool or cold because it kind of flare up and thing. And it's not COVID. Well, that based on the doctor's diagnosis, something that's gnosis, you understand? And thing, we get some amount of pill me take. Like if me not take a next pill for the rest of my life, okay. Because I take pill for the sickness, then I had to take pills to treat with my wisdom tooth, and then after the tooth was extracted, I had to be taking. But I don't know. But we're there, yeah, mama, papa. That is stream kind of sound them say me can get one look nice like in my background. Let me see. And thing and see if we can turn it on. You see? So the police officer, who is the boyfriend of the missing young lady, Donna Lee, he has retained the services of renowned attorney at law Christopher Townsend as Indicom summons him to a Q&A in Donaldson's case. Let me see if I can turn this a little. I don't want this too loud. Good night to everybody. And things. So the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, will next month question Constable Noel Maitland in the disappearance of social media personality 24-year-old Donna Lee Donaldson, Maitland has retained the services of prominent attorney at law Christopher Townsend, who confirmed that investigators will grill the corporal about his involvement with the social media personality. The notice was served on Maitland to answer questions before Indicom, as the agency conducts a special investigation to determine if there are any grounds to suspect any member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has contravened the law. He will be interviewed on August 3 and his attorney will be present, Townsend said. Now, Donaldson was reported missing on July 13th. Oh, it was the 13th, not the 12th. According to police reports. On July 11th, about 10 p.m., Donaldson was picked up at her house by her boyfriend, Maitland, in a black BMW motor car to spend the night with him at an apartment located at Chelsea Manor in Kingston. However, on July 12th, Donaldson's mother, Sophia Lugg, reported to police that she had not seen or heard from her daughter. Now, reports further indicated that Constable Maitland from Constance Ring Police Station, who is the father of a child for a district constable at the Half-H Police Station, told Lugg that Donaldson left his apartment on Tuesday, July 12th, sometime after 11 a.m. and has not been seen or heard from since. And so that is the whole gist of the thing. Well, that aspect of it. As I said, I was not, and this is what I was saying, I remember now, I was not able to keep up with all the happenings and developments because I really was sick. Like I tell you, I haven't felt this sick in my adult life. Yeah? And a lot of the things, like it was, I just wasn't interested in treating with certain things at that time. To be honest with you, I just wanted to get better and thing. And so a lot of the things, well, I know that some stuff has been said. I know the mother has done a few interviews and has said some stuff. And initially, I think they were saying that the corporal, which is Maitland's baby mother or the mother of his child, was not willing to give a statement to the police, and as such, Indicom intervened and one will pass something. So we'll treat with that. So. Right, so boyfriend retains Christopher Townsend as his lawyer. The female cop has also lawyered up. Teach him, that is the reason I support this channel. Don't change it because what the other YouTubers don't understand, there are consequences for their lives. Blessings, family. So the female cop linked to Donna Lee Donaldson case is not a suspect, says his attorney. I suppose a police normally say that's it, but I don't know. Attorney Oswald Senior Smith, who's representing the district constable who reportedly refused to give a statement to investigators probing the disappearance of Donna Lee Donaldson, says he has been informed by the police high command that his client is not a suspect in the case. Mr. Senior Smith on Wednesday told the media that his client was told she was a suspect after she reportedly declined to give a statement in the absence of an attorney. But speaking with Radio Jamaica News on Thursday afternoon, Mr. Senior Smith said he had spoken with Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitzbailey earlier and was told that his client is not considered a suspect. I think I can safely say that my impression is from this conversation that my client is categorically not a suspect in any untoward behavior or activity, he said, noting that DCP Bailey may very well be back in the public space soon to give an update on the situation. Ms. Donaldson was reported missing last week. Well, we said about there already and such and such and such. Now, Mr. Senior Smith said the district constable and members of her family have been receiving death threats. One was brought to my attention this morning, which was on social media and apparently tagged the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And it was made in a forthright and direct way that she was going to be murdered. And it went on to say that whoever this person is, that nothing could be done to him or them. Whoever was going to carry out the act he shared and thing. So the attorney disclosed that he filed a complaint with Deputy Commissioner Fitzbailey on Thursday morning. He said the district constable has also filed a formal complaint with the police about the threat. And them something else. So Indicom also now has served a notice for questioning on the policewoman. So the Independent Commission of Investigation has served, and I just do a quick overview of this because as I say, all of the information is out there. I know you guys have been watching the videos and listening to various other people speaking about this seeing that I was not able to treat with it, and then by the time I was feeling better, the thing run gone down. So and yeah, we just never bother get involved. You understand? Davian, bless up yourself. So as we're seeing Smith, the attorney who is representing the policewoman, said the interview session is set for August 3. I think that is the same day that Corporal Maitland is to be interviewed by Indicom as well. Senior Smith says his client is not being treated as a suspect. Well, he said that earlier. So the police had indicated that steps would be taken to compel the policewoman to give a statement after she refused to give one. But Senior Smith is rejecting that his client rebuffed an attempt by investigators to give statement. The attorney in an interview with the Gleaner said his client had indicated that she was prepared to give a statement but would need her lawyer present for the exercise. Arising from that stance, he said she was advised that she was a suspect in the case. But the attorney said that based on discussions with Fitzbailey, blah, 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 I said that earlier. So that is a general overview of where the situation is now. There was a situation today where apparently a body in a scandal bag wrapped in a sheet was found somewhere, not sure where, and immediately it was being shared on social media that the young lady's body was found. I have not seen any official sources confirming same, so I don't know how they came to that conclusion. I like teacher my sent you a mess soon, check it out. Blessings in the Father David. And the thing with that is that just like you, probably the next 500 people do the same thing, so it kind of take a time sometimes. So more time I don't want, me not deliberately don't want to do it. It's just sometimes it takes some time. You understand? So, but I'll definitely look out for it. You see me? So, naturally, there is public outcry saying that the police force is covering up because it's a police officer or police officers are involved. I have heard those cries. Subsequently, the police force will come out and say no such thing, and they're investigating, and investigation is X and Y. The court of public opinion is on, and the jury has been selected, and the witnesses are being called, and the case is going on. Maurice McCleary, yeah man, same person. And things. So yeah, I know. But separate and apart from that, I trust that the investigation will be of the highest standard, and whoever is responsible for the disappearance and probably subsequent or ultimate death of the young lady, if she is dead, that is because I can't confirm that either, will be made to pay for it in no uncertain terms. There's a little thing where I want to address as I go along. The body that was discovered today, as I said, I saw it being shared all over social media, saying that them find the girl. Like, I don't know how they came to that conclusion. As I said, I have not seen anything official. I kind of get a little vibe, because everybody was saying them a pray say it's not the girl. Like, so it's a body, is another Jamaican. So okay, so your hope is not her, but it's okay if it is somebody else. That is a vibe when we get. I really love that. See, teach them the camera visual, not 100 in and out. But I mean, bro, talk to me. I don't know if I want me to move and the whole it on my eye and I know what you're talking about. So I kind of get a vibe there. I don't really like that. See me? So we're praying that it's not her, but whether she or not is a dead body, and that dead body too have family and friends. That person may not be well known or as famous, but is another Jamaican citizen. So until we get confirmation as to the identity of the person that was the body that was discovered, we treat with it as is another Jamaican citizen that has been found. Like, I don't understand. Like, we get so carried away sometimes by some things, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. More time I sit back and I look at some things, and I watch some things, and I read some things, and I listen to some things, and I say, yo, Yo, I don't even know. Teach them, will you do a call-in stream soon? Once you're 100. Yeah, man, that can go on in a King Irie. See? Or did it activate the lights in the background? Which lights? Yeah, Tabo. Which light? Which light? Which light? Which light? I don't understand what I'm talking about. Oh no, I confuse me. Zane? Also, I saw where the JCF posted another missing person earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I am doing this for a specific reason, you know. Because, you know, the truth kind of hurt people sometimes. Alright, it's quite unfortunate that so many folks are willing to peddle false information on social media while exploiting the grief and angst of others in order to obtain likes, views, or merely scratch for relevance. Okay, that's Abka Fitzgerald posted that. So help us find Yolanda Beckford, 32, who has been missing since yesterday. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Yolanda Beckford is being asked to contact the Montego Bay Police Station at 876-684-9080, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Zane, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, how well the camera will pick it up, but let me try. It is on, yeah, very good. Camera, well done. It was posted by the JCF, and I get the sneaky suspicion that whilst we are so enamored with the situations, unfortunate situations surrounding Donna Lee, that very little effort may be expended and extended to find Miss Yolanda Beckford. I trust that, just like Donna Lee, Miss Beckford is alive and she'll be returned to her loved ones in short order. I think when we treat with things, we should be uniform and we should be consistent and we should be unbiased in how we go about treating with certain things. You understand? But from my observation, Dan Mafia, big up yourself in a broski. Manners and respect. Appreciate the support, bro. We need to be consistent. Zane. And again, I know that, you know, the family is grieving and they want to get their loved ones. But let it not be lost on us that there's another woman who is missing as well. I'll leave it there. And I sincerely hope again in relation to Donna Lee, and I must, irrespective of whatever we may think of it, the stick-to-itiveness of her family and friends, we can debate and say because of her popularity and stuff. Yeah, the traction was great. As I said, hopefully Miss Yolanda Beckford is given the same attention as her family seek to locate her as well. You understand? So, yeah. I agree, Tisha. The unknown is very traumatizing. Is there an end in sight? I hope so, you know, my friend. I really hope so. Like I was saying during my 60th, the country is I don't know what drop on the country. Zane, but the country put on weight. The country, it is so heavy. Like the day because I think I clear my WhatsApp earlier in the week, you know. So some things, but I think the day when Merciless died, like a million things happened that day. I think that was the day that they uncovered the 4 bodies in Denham Town, or it was the day before. I think that was a day that a police officer was shot and killed. License firearm holder down a mobile shooter for the one, and I think it was the same morning as well, if memory serves me correctly, that the police killed 3 in St. Elizabeth. Alright, it may have been a day before or after. I really don't know. Like, it is so much. And that is just a few things. Like, so many things have happened since I last streamed. Seeing like me, a young man was killed in trying to save his mother from an attempted robbery, I think somewhere in Manchester. I think 2 people have been arrested for that. Taxi driver killed in Papine, bicycle man killed down, so woman killed round, so man killed round, so like the country is amazingly heavy. Like, it is just heavy. Like, it's palpable. You can feel it. It is just there. You understand? I don't know, yeah, man. But with everybody who is currently searching for a loved one who has been reported missing, I sincerely hope that your search will end in jubilation and not tribulation, and I hope that your loved ones will return home safe and sound. The longer these things go on, the more unlikely it becomes of finding missing people alive. That is just the reality. So we have to treat with that too. And sometimes I think family members, after a point, you understand, they kind of come to an understanding that, we're also hoping for the best, we are preparing for the worst, but not getting closure sometimes is worse than what am I just say? Not getting closure is worse than learning that they have died for sure. Like when there's no closure, sometimes it is just, I don't know. It's frustrating. Teach no one to help Jamaica. Boy, Richie, boy, I don't know, brother. I tell you, like, I have never felt such a burden as a Jamaican citizen. Just it is just oppressive. It is just heavy, man. Like, it is really heavy. You understand? It is really heavy. And Donna Lee's situation has kind of helped to turn down the noise around the quadruple murder in Clarendon. That was the hot news item prior, one of the hotter news items prior, and thing. And it thing heavy, man. May I tell you the truth? That's how me feel. See, as a youth up on the ground when out in the street, right now, I don't really left my yard if I not left my yard. And I can't say, I don't love out the road. I don't love out there. You understand? I really and truly don't love out there. If it's not one thing, it's the next. See, so we have 2 police officers under the microscope in Donna Lee's situation. The police force, they detained a member of the force during one raid on a mobile in search of people involved in latch scamming and drugs, I think. Nyan Music, thanks my friend. I think it's the first time I'm seeing the name. If you're here for the first time, I appreciate the support. Welcome. If not, we appreciate the support, auntie. Teach whoever been missing and come back alive. What you mean? Some people go away, bro. What you mean? Some people got chill out, and I have seen cases where one woman go away and they one place around one path and then people go find them, and she said then she don't want nobody find her like and something. Yeah, man, people go enough miss. Look here, just be fair. Like, many times I have seen the JCF post missing people and couple days they say return, or a week after they say return and stuff. So what do you mean? Like, I don't get that. You see? It's like you can't even get a chance to process one murder. Then boom. That's why, as I said, Rosie, you would know, you have been here for a long time, that I have stopped reporting on murders, or like doing individual videos. Every now and then I'll do one. But I have stopped subjecting myself to She never missing. Yes, about one specific person. I've been speaking in general about things now. So I don't know. I guess you're speaking about Donna Lee now. And as I said, I'm not going to get into the details of that because I really don't know. I really wasn't tracking that as much as many people because I was sick, as I said. Yeah, but she was reported missing, sir. Then what you mean so she not missing? She was reported missing. Then if she not missing, how she report missing? She was reported missing. Then anybody can find her. So wherever she was, since then she has been missing. So I don't know. See? So yeah, I try as best as possible to stay away from those. And funny enough, like there were times in the past when I have all 5-6 videos a trend. And most time I murder video. Like I made a conscious decision to give up that for my own peace of mind. You understand? And I don't try hide nothing. It's there because a million other man do it. And when we stream we discuss it. But from me, having doing this for a long time, longer than some of them, Zane, I have treated with many of these stories and many of these cases, and I reached a point where it was just draining, man. Like, so every now and then I'll probably do a story in relation to that. Auntie. Some I know. And truth again is that, as I said, those are the videos that trend. Many people say them not like them store there, but them videos they always trend. Like so who I watch them? Dopey. And for me, like I do this, yes, to pay the bills too. We don't go around that. But I also want a better country. I want a better nation. I have been a nation builder for a long time. You understand? Contributing to the development of this country. Zane, adding productive members to the society. And I want a better nation. See me? So it's not just about making a dollar. It's making a difference as well for me. And it was just, it's annoying. You understand? It's one murder after the other. People life we are talking about, you know. You see me? And I said, whilst in the past, me used to cover them story there, I'm kind of picky now, family. You see me? I say? And truth is, I don't necessarily have to do those videos either. I can survive without those because I would have made otherwise decisions along my YouTube journey to survive without those videos. You understand? Some among us cannot, because that's how them build them thing and also for them thing set. You understand? Boxing themselves. I don't know. JDF need a whole squad dedicated to finding missing persons. That's not a bad idea. I really don't know if there's a unit specific. Yeah, that's not a bad idea in a wildlife machine. That's not a bad idea. It's an excellent idea if they don't have. I'll probably check. Finar, you know of anything like that in the JCF? I haven't heard about that for true still, but I don't know. That make a lot of sense. But yeah, so that's the situation. Too much depressing news. It's not good for your state of mind, brother. I know. Before I get into some other things now, Leonard Bartley the Great, Merciless, the warring Dan from Clarendon, you understand? He passed earlier in the week, and it thing threw me out on a different level. You understand? Knowing the type of, relationship that, we developed since I interviewed him. You understand? And the mutual respect that was always there between Merciless and myself on the Buck Up a Road. it threw me out. And also, he, just like every other artist that I've interviewed, has played an important role and part in my journey so far doing these interviews. You understand? So the thing threw me out on a level. You understand? Many things have been said. Many things are being said. I did a video. Well, I did a tribute video the day after he passed. Because I just couldn't do the video the night. You understand? And me just never want to do a video about say Merciless. Just a video say Merciless died. Like, I just couldn't bother with that. So I did a tribute video. And this afternoon, I also did another video. Trying to separate the facts from the falsehoods. You understand? As a lot of things have been said, I think in honor of the great man, it is important for the facts to surface and debunk the fabrications and assumptions that are being made and thing. As I said, I don't know the cause of death. I haven't seen a postmortem report. It was being said early that he died of heart attack. I don't know how people know that. See me? I don't know who did the autopsy there. Then it was also being said that it was from a drug overdose, and then it was other people were saying that it's from his addiction to alcohol and stuff and a lot of things. He was ill for a while. I didn't even know that. You understand? He was vomiting and coughing up blood at some point in recent months and stuff, and where we are. Somebody decided that it was cool to video the great man laying face down, lifeless. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, say, we really don't know what I'm doing. You understand? Nobody's afforded, and this is not just a Merciless thing. I've been speaking about us and videoing certain things for a long time. Nobody's afforded any dignity anymore. Seeing nobody's afforded any privacy anymore. Anything happen on the road, it is recorded and sent to this man and sent to that man for them post, or we post it in search of views and likes and clicks, and that's the world we live in. You understand? The views and likes and click world. Seeing and nobody stand and look back and step back sometime and say, if this was my family member, how would I feel about a video of my family member like this being circulated? You understand? We are so insensitive, we are so inconsiderate, we are so... I don't know. But I don't trust myself, I hold a calm spirit and just attack my mind. You understand what I say? Auntie, because... And truth is, every man do them thing or them want do them thing. That's for them business. Zine. And nobody don't really care no more as long as I make a dollar or I get some views, no matter who is affected. Zine, no matter if a reputation is tarnished. You understand? No matter if a reputation is smeared, we just want to hear something and boom, because we have to upload it first and we have to get the most likes and views. And nothing else to matter. There's no consideration or contemplation that at the end of that video, on the other side of that video, is another human being. Seeing? And many times, some of these stories are incorrect. Seeing? Many times. And we have a tendency as quote-unquote vloggers, because that's when we're wrong more time, we double down, and we find excuses. You understand? And instead of saying, look here, okay, I blundered, I was wrong, and I sincerely apologize to who was affected, and it was never my intention to cause any harm or such. But no! You understand? Yo. I don't know. But I want the man them still, because I know some of them listen and hear and them people will send them things. You don't stop behaving like you're hungry. You understand? Don't stop behaving like you're dead for hungry. Zane, you have a responsibility to your viewers, even some of the viewers they don't have sense neither, because if they don't have sense, they won't have view. No. Zane, to give accurate information. But try me not even know me and waste some breath. You understand? People get what them deserve, you know. People take what them think them deserve anyway. So me can't even do. It's just like the music, you know. You understand what I'm saying? The man them do some things because the people them love it. So like, and we are eat a food and I don't like certain food. Certain food don't really sit well on my stomach. You understand what I'm saying? I want to always remember that I have a responsibility to my audience to give them accurate information every single time. Zin? And that's not always possible because the biggest of media houses get it wrong sometimes and have to apologize. You understand? And if we get it wrong, we're mature enough to come say we did wrong. You understand? We're not double down and not find excuses and not blame this man and that. We did wrong. Something I know. You see me? And you know some people teach them need for bad mind. First thing, teach them a giant in this. We don't normally say certain things, but we don't need to pretty it up. Teach them a giant around here. So. You understand what I say? Giant. So we don't need for bad mind nobody. You understand? Everybody I make them money, me I make my money. Your money not affect my money not affect your money. You understand what I say? I am building something that will outlive me. When I die and gone, my work shall live on. You understand? So when we say these things, out of the facts. We're probably a little bit more emotionally mature than some among us. Zane. And we can look and say, fam, fix up with it. Zane. Fix up with it. It's not every story is a story. You understand? Every story is not a video. Every year say it's not a story. Zane? And here we go on. Now. Here something we are going to learn when some lawsuits start backspin our face. You understand what I'm saying? But again, still, you know, people don't really sue nobody still. You have to be somebody for people sue you too. That's the next thing. Because I said sometimes some people I said, sure. It's just the truth. Like, some people will take offense, but enough man both say some things and do some things. If I teach them say to get some lawsuit under our skin. You understand? So it's just the truth. I have spoken facts. And people have had their lawyers write me like and you never hear so no case got court because they know it's facts. You understand? Because people realize that okay, that one is not the regular run of the mill one, you know. Him kind of different. Him no subs. You understand? More than once, more than twice. I have been written by some people who you'll be very surprised. You understand? But you never hear to teach them go up to 11 step. Because they know we're not frightened so easy. You understand what I say? Because when we talk, a facts we talk. If we can't verify it, we not talk it. You understand? And even so, we still get it wrong sometimes, and we come and we say it wrong. You see me? And thing, and I don't know. But the man them move like they're hungry, brother. You understand? And you know when we talk, we not care who vex. We not care who vex. You understand? So, who want to take it personal, take it personal. You man never stop being like them hungry. You see me? Enough people watch YouTube for everybody benefit and survive, you know. You see me? Because no matter what you do, the same people that watch your video go watch a next man video. You can't tap them. You have to pay them light bill and them internet, sir. And you buy them phone and then come. Them going to watch everybody where them want to watch. So you can do a million video. Them still go watch a man video, they know what you mean. So me not get this thing. Yo, I'm always telling this, you know, as long as you live, you will never say teach them. And a brother will say me is a vlogger and nothing. If me have something to say, me say it and me gone. If you want to pick it up and carry belly feet at a film business, I am alone in a few, then I'm not depend that with no guy, you know. But me I'm gonna tell you like it is. And we behave like we're hungry about you. You understand? The thing that have no structure, you have no value and no morals to it. You see me? No respect no depth on the thing because of how the man do the thing. You don't know how powerful we is, you know. Them not understand how powerful we is. Use your platform to uplift and elevate, man. And not to tear down. Remember, you know, brother, when you tarnish a man's reputation, you know, because how this thing work. You see wrong news and negativity, you see from that start spread, it's like a wildfire and you can't tap in. And from some people hear it. It no matter how much time them hear the truth after that, them don't want to hear the truth, you know, because them don't decide already for themselves. Say I saw it in, you know. I want to understand so we are destroy people's reputation both here. And I say some people are going to sue someone, you see. Remember something they tell you, know, that that's how you think I'm going to, you know. Because we'll get very comfortable. Just to call some people name and some things more time. I mean, I say, we don't have to stand up for what we believe in, you know. And we don't have to beat some people, then forget beating, you know. But you have to be careful. Yeah, so much time I take out on the stream for talk too, you know. Yeah, we have to teach them, you know. You understand? But me gone here, we have things to talk about right now. So, you must know. Once every 2 or 3 months, me talk to the man, you know. See? Cause whilst, I'm telling you already, I'm not feel no way about this. I don't watch Jamaican YouTubers. First thing, I don't have no time for that. You understand? And next thing, most of them and them, the title and the video are two different. So if me even click on it for what they put in a title or something different. So I don't have time for that. You understand? Me either too busy at the research, or I did a right lesson plan, or a plan lesson, or I assess teachers, or I teach some youths, and I interview some people and I edit some video. You understand? And I take care of my family. Me not have the time. I mean, I really entertain foolishness. You see me? So I really and truly don't. Some people share some things and you see the title and thing and you say, yo, and then this is the same story I mean, you know about them and this is one I talk about that. You understand? So I really don't. That is just the truth. And it's not like I am at peace with that. I really don't. You have some people where me think highly of it, then when send something come give me and say, teach me. No, say you don't do this, but listen to something here. Maybe. You understand? If me feel it, I listen. But I don't. Like, I just don't. You see me? Just like how we don't really beg nobody for watch my thing. You choose to do that, you know, so that's on you. You understand? Me not have time for your foolishness. You understand? The man, this is a business. Like this is something that you can use to feed your family. This is something that you can structure. See it? Yeah, you might lose a few views around there, so. But you have a thing when name quality over quantity, you know, brother. You understand? I know YouTube work, you will get 100, you will do a video. We do the same video. You will get 100,000 views. And me get 50,000 views and my video make more money than your video. Because probably how my video I watch. And how long people watch my video. And who the advertisers them out there who say, alright, you are going. While I not get as much view and more quality views you might get because working class people you might afford to. So all the YouTube thing work, I don't understand and have no sense. No other man. Careful. Me never have no bad belly, Finar. Me never have no bad belly, broski. No bad belly. No. No. Not this time. Not this time. See me, I will Finar hear me say about bad belly. I don't know about that. So I could continue, please. Me just did feel like me have to treat with that. So the Merciless situation is very sad. When anybody dies, very sad. But you know, his personality is of such where, Jano, if you had the opportunity to meet him, it wouldn't shake. Him is just a very jovial person. You understand? So, suppose preparations are being made. I think a candlelight vigil will be held on Wednesday in Turner's District, Chapperton. We'll see how that go because I kind of way out of port still, but you know what thing go. I'll try to be in support of as many of the things that I can be, you see me? And things. So, one of them things. So if I appreciate who support you and who help your thing grow and build. You understand what I say? In Merciless, when I call him phone the time, him never have to say him and do the interview. Because them time they still a build and I like what they have in him we have now. And as me hear the drama about the interview in the tribute thing, like, but you know what I mean, he was very cool and we saw the interview about 9:30 to 10 at night. And I left work from about 3:30 that evening. You understand? And tired because that they had a full time table and leaving work at 4 probably the latest and the interview start like about 9:30. It's crazy. No, but you know what I'm here, Cookie? I just I think beat them. Like, it would be remiss of me to say certain foolishness and not treat with it. You understand? Yeah. Because I feel my responsibility to kind of guide to my youths them to where do the thing, you know, because them kind of not understand the awesome responsibility that they have to their viewers, yeah? Alright. Big up on yourself. Sorry for the whole rambling and thing. I appreciate the ones that will take them time out and listen to me have to say. You see, big up on yourself. But a long time I don't come here come talk. You see, so we just have it talk. We just not appreciate certain things. I am a very principled person. Zane, I am a very disciplined person. I like structure and order. Zane, and value what you do is your job. You understand me? I said treat it like your job. And the moment you start treat it like your job, then the moment you start realize, look, I've been doing certain things the wrong way. I came to those realizations in the past. See me? But most of the man them treat the thing like a hustle. It is a job. Because the truth is that enough of the man them that alone them do. YouTube. So if it's the only thing we kind of sustain you financially, then treat it with the respect that it deserves. Don't treat the thing like a side hustle. But I say cow never know use of them tail until they lose the ass. So I know what I think. Crime choking the country. Billions of dollars being spent on security and the care of victims. I just released study on case management and me I treat with some things are really and truly entrenched and ingrained in the society where we're probably not paying attention to what them really and truly serious. So tonight I don't know about no whatever killing and them something and you know what really my style that night there. So. But we have some very important issues we have to treat with. You see me? I know all of them. For the people them when me have the AC make me lip look like some hot girls heel back. So we said that I just released study on case management and psychological services to vulnerable children, adolescents, unattached youth, and victims of violence has driven home the extent of the strain from crime and its consequences on the pockets of both the public and the private sector. But I feel like you're not pay for crime out there together. You understand? The findings of the European Union funded study conducted in collaboration with the National Security Ministry and other state agencies revealed that private entities are spending between US $88.16 million and US $142.19 million, or up to 1.02% of the country's total output in goods and services on security. Meanwhile, 18% have reported approximately 4% less loss in sales annually due to crime. Let me do that again. Meanwhile, 18% have reported approximately a 4% loss in sales annually due to crime. At the same time, among the other details released at the headquarters of the JCF in St. Andrew, and the day that this was released, I don't remember the day, it never stated in the article, about $101.8 billion had been spent in 2021-2022 among the police, the Jamaica Defence Force, the Department of Correctional Services, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, and hospitals to deal with crime and its consequences. Let me repeat the figure. $101.8 billion have been spent across the security forces and in hospitals to treat with crime and the victims of crime. Think about what that $101.8 billion could do to the development of the country, to the healthcare sector, to the education sector. So I could continue. Hospitals spend $400 million per... Oh, let me do it. That's not right. Hospitals spend $400,000 per day to keep one gunshot wound victim in intensive care. So let me read that again. Hospitals, they spend, or it costs $400,000 per day to keep a gunshot victim in intensive care for one day. One victim. And any given day, we have multiple gunshot victims across the country. Think about that. In the cost analysis of bumping up personnel and the number of facilities to address the case management and the psychological needs of vulnerable groups, researchers Jennifer Jones and Noah Levy pointed out in the report that although those costs seem high, they are dwarfed by the cost of crime. The researchers noted that the cost of crime could be as high as US $633 million or 85 billion Jamaican dollars. When put in perspective of the country's 2019 GDP, they noted that if the $500 million which is estimated is needed to improve case management and psychological support, reduces the cost of crime by just 0.1%. This could save the government of Jamaica approximately $1.6 billion. The cost of psychological support and case management services often more than pays for itself when the benefits. The study pointed out, for example, that an estimated $1 spent on Tier 2 of the Jamaican Child Resiliency Program in primary school results in $7 in benefits, and that for every $1 spent on preventative care for youth, $4 is saved in costs relating to juvenile services. This kind of get kind of too deep still, but the long and short of the story still is crime at choke with. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, and financially. I kind of go far from the thing required. You see me? So we are being strangled. We are dying a slow death because of crime. So the tentacles of crime continue to reach out and slowly constrict us, choking us, draining the life from us. Like, it is, as I tell you earlier, the country just feel heavy. You understand? I don't know what they drop on me, but sit and drop here. And in a light. You see me? So bad it is that, as I said, if you really stop, you can feel how tense the place is. It is palpable. You can feel. I know, yeah, man. Blessings, Empress Jackie. How are you? Our lives are slowly. Yeah, man. Then if you let me know if I'm wrong, but Jamaica 108 billion in US is 709. Well, on there. 148, 196. But I think about 148 or 150 the dollar there right now still. You see me? Auntie. Yeah. So speaking about crime, watch your style here. Bloodbath. Jamaica records 45,000 murders since independence. Jamaica has recorded over 45,000 murders since 1962. More than 45,000 people have been murdered in Jamaica since the country gained political independence 60 years ago, police statistics have revealed. A review of the figures show that nearly 2/3 of those killings, or 29,642, happened since 2000. This is that. This is the new millennium, and this are the new millennium, and different things are going on. A long time I hear that song then. So 29,642 of those 45,000 murders happened since the year 2000. So let me put it this way, watch out. Since the year 2000, 29,642 Jamaicans have been murdered. It is blamed largely on gun culture, largely ushered in by the political struggles of the 1970s. The death toll comes as Jamaica gets ready to mark another milestone since taking charge of its political affairs on August 6, 1962. Now, when you look at the type of criminality, I think some of it borders on terrorism. Domestic terrorism, declared Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitzbailey. Upwards of 80% of the 45,590 murders recorded locally since 1962 involve the use of the gun. More than 80% of the 45,500 murders have involved the gun, you know. This is according to police data. So Jamaica's homicide count remained relatively low for the first 10 years after independence. I actually did a video on the number of murder each year from independence to a year not too long ago. Like, that video is out there, about 3 people watch it. You understand? And me are one of them. And then I go just watch it for one of my next channel. And one of my next channel likes so that's me watch it 3 times. Yo! Jaja! Yo! Yeah, man, so that video is out there. Jamaica's crime rate since independence. I don't remember the title of the video. Zane, Auntie, but it was a very good video, you know? It was a very nice video. Auntie, let me see. May I search? Cause I say, I promote my video and I think me a fool about it. Independence. I think Independence in that title. Nope. I not find it, but it's some other place. Number of murders. No, I can't find it. When I find it, I can't do it. You understand? So I go continue now. So Jamaica's homicide count remained relatively low for the first 10 years after independence, before its rise around 1972. Said noted academic professor Anthony Clayton. Now, from a low of 63 in 1962 to a high of 188 in 1972. Wow. So again, from a low of 62 in 63 in 1962. So in 1962, 63 Jamaicans were killed on the island. 10 years later, in 1972, 188 Jamaicans were murdered. Now, a total of 1,229 murders were recorded over the 10-year period, according to police data. So the first decade of post-independence in Jamaica, 1,229 people were killed. What have you did the name again, man? I'm going to tell you, I'll show you the graph and all the thing I move. Yo, that video there for sure. No need to see it. I don't need for sight. I can't find it. I cannot find it. I don't find it. But alright. Me will find it and tell you in next stream. Just a moment. Let me do something here. So. Right. Teacher, my wicked. Teacher, wicked, sir. 4,001 people watch it. I have it. What name, Lady Janet? What the video name? Let me tell them about it. If we say under 1,000 now, we say it low. Repost it when you find it. Father John Williams, yeah man. Empress Janet, I got to tell me her name. She said she find it. So make we continue, so because this is serious, you know. And I think in 1997, the murder rate reached the 1,000. It was 97? About that, don't you see? So make we continue here, so. Empress Janet won't tell me what video name. The gun culture developed in the era of political violence in the 1970s and 1980s. Yes, Manley and Siaga time. You know, some people I get up in them feelings now because they don't like them favorite politician name called. You know if you're a fool. You understand? Yeah, man. Oh, Jamaica annual murder rate. I'm Press Janet Finey. Let me find it. J-A. What on there? Then me not find it. Say in Jamaica annual murder rate. Alright, yes. So as me I say now, I just say foolishness now from the Manley Siaga era. But when you say it, some people get vexed. One could have vexed on a bus. You understand? So make we continue. We don't really busy with people like that. So the gun culture developed in the era of political violence in the 1970s and 80s when politicians were involved in running guns into the country and arming their respective factions. Charge Clayton, who is Alcan Professor of Caribbean Sustainable Development at the University of the West Indies. In the 1970s and 80s, the 1970s and 80s marked the escalation of tensions in the ideological battle between the country's two main political parties, the left-leaning People's National Party and the right-wing Jamaica Labour Party. A total of 889 people were murdered across Jamaica in 1980, a majority of them attributed to the fiercely contested parliamentary election that year. Now, Paul Burke, a political firebrand at the time, said of course there is truth to the assertion that amid the rising tensions, politicians aligned to the PNP and JLP distributed guns to their supporters for protection and control. Is a politician telling you that, you know? You understand? Right, so make we continue. Burke, a former PNP General Secretary, responded yes, but I won't discuss that when asked how the guns were delivered to supporters. While claiming that it is widely documented that the arming of political supporters began in the JLP enclave of Kingston Western, Burke acknowledged that some within his party followed suit. To deny it would be to deny what many people know as fact, that there were politicians, whatever their motives were, who came under pressure and may not have handed out a gun personally, but made sure that people had resources so that they could protect themselves. He told reporters on Friday. Now, JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang acknowledged that violence between political factions reached unacceptable levels in the 1970s and 80s, but said it declined after the 1980 general elections. The story has persisted because it is convenient and allows us not to examine the deep social inequalities and neglect of our vulnerable communities that have created the ecosystem for the evolution of violence and brutality, said Chang, who is also the Minister of National Security, or otherwise. His PNP counterpart, Dr. Dayton Campbell, also sidestepped the issue, saying, I am not aware of what you speak, and I won't speculate. You can always depend on Dayton Campbell to be a fool. But let's continue. Burke said establishing a Truth and Reconciliation Commission in Jamaica similar to what South Africa did to try and uncover human rights abuses that occurred during the apartheid era, would not yield answers. He noted too that some of the people who were directly involved are no longer around to tell their version of the truth, as skewed as it may have been. I am speaking to you because I believe that by remaining silent and making no comment does not help the conversation and the understanding of the issue, Burke said. But with the subsequent narrowing of the ideological divide, armed thugs no longer depend on politicians. I have said that before because I remember many times we are here and we're talking about, I'm saying politicians this and politicians that. And me I say, look here, we're not saying I start a politician, because I just telling you say start with Manley and Siaga, then when I apologize to that. Saying, and it was sustained for a long time, but now the man then become independent because of drugs and in recent times because of lottery scamming. So the man them no need no political payment or support for get them things. Yeah, some man the politicians can't talk to them. Back in the days, politicians couldn't talk to some man. They can't talk to some man now because some man do them thing by them own, independent. You understand what I say? So whilst it started with our politicians and because of politics, it has since evolved and men have been financing their empires through the drug trade and in recent times the lottery scamming. And I now so that you don't have politicians who probably still involved in the foolishness, you know. But the truth is, if we are going to be fair and honest, most of the man them we are the foolishness now. Them have their own money and spend. No politician now give them nothing. Them no want nothing from no politician. Them not even take talk from some politician. But as it is easy to say politician, and I've said that many times. I know we don't really too as Snatch a Lion and then say, you know, we not too personally dig politics and politician. But the truth is that the thing kind of evolve past them. You understand? But because it is so easy to blame politicians for everything, we still do that. See? And that's how it started. And it was sustained for a long time. But now the man them spend their own money. That is just the truth. But some of us don't really like the truth. They are the legislators. So what that mean now, Empress Janet? Like, that not nothing we do with man them buy them gun by themselves. You see me? So, I could continue. So, yeah, so decades of corruption and politically orchestrated violence established the problem. But it is now self-sustaining. I mean, I have been saying this a long time. So, some professors say it I know still, but true say, teach them, no professorship like. Burke insisted, however, that Jamaica's gun culture was not solely a byproduct of the country's political history. And what Mr. Burke said. He argued that by the 1990s, deportees and others who felt the need to protect and control communities were bringing in illegal guns. Yeah, because the politicians them they don't set the thing already family. What do you mean? Many deportees were not criminals, but there was a good amount of them who came back with the gun culture. And that is what mushroomed in Jamaica. I have no doubt about that, Burke said. Rich badness it named. Teach. So a total of 7,621 people were killed during the decade of the 90s, according to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. But by the end of the next decade, the figure almost doubled to 14,864. So between 2000 and 2010, we had almost 15,000 people being killed. Another 14,061 killings were recorded by the police between 2011 and June of 2022. And the 716 reported murders between January and June 26 this year represents a 1.3% year-on-year increase. And this article is about, because I said, this should have been in this stream, and I last streamed on the 1st of June, so the next stream would have been like the 6th or the 7th, probably the 7th. So the article here from about them time there. And you know how much people dead since then? Watch this now. Right. So Bailey, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, who has responsibility for crime and security, believes globalization, along with the lottery scam and other emerging forms of criminal activities, has helped to create psychopaths and sociopaths. And he does not believe that Jamaica's legislative framework has kept pace. I guess that is what Miss Jones was saying just now still. I was just being mischievous. When you look at some of these guys that commit murders, serial murderers, we don't have enough designation for that. Contract killers. When we have adequate intelligence, how do we treat with them? He questioned. Bailey insisted that the kid glove approach no longer applies to aspects of the Jamaica's crime problem. There are some things that you just have to use hardcore policing to deal with. That is the reality. There's no two ways about it. I mean, like running into vibes, you know, boots on the ground, you understand, runway clown. There are some things, we said that already. There are some of these guys who, in my view, are beyond redemption, and our justice system is challenged to deal with them because they have money, they have support, and they can influence a lot of people. However, while acknowledging that criminals have outgrown the political space and developed transnational enterprises, human rights advocate Arlene Harrison Henry cautioned against a return to hardcore policing strategies. So what is the solution, Miss Arlene Harrison Henry? Without naming anyone, Harrison Henry, the former public defender, warned that a narrative is being developed which suggests that freedom, security of person, and the protection of privacy must be sacrificed to catch criminals. She argued that this was being done deliberately to pitch personal freedom, which is one of the cornerstones of any democracy, against crime fighting. It is not the human rights and the civil liberties of people that have caused criminality, Harrison said. We have seen the development and mushrooming of crime and the inextricable link between crime and politics. Crime and political parties, and nobody has sought to uncover and unearth that. Now, according to the 2022 report from the Inside Crime for the second year in a row, Jamaica had the highest murder rate in Latin America and the Caribbean for 2021, with 1,463 murders translating to 49.4%. Well, 49.4 murders per every 100,000 people in the population, because that is how they calculate the murder rate. This is an increase from the 46.45 per 100,000 for 2020, which recorded 1,301 murders. Interesting article. A crime alone, human with rights. Guess who are relaxing there? Okay. Criminal in the force to show how we are gonna deal with that. Yeah, that's a real serious issue. Miss Jones, a criminal police officer is a dangerous criminal. You understand? So I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. Yeah, I'm not even like Scotty and reach. You understand? All right. So speaking about high death rate, high murder rate, we've seen a situation now where the birth rate in Jamaica has declined, is declining. Stop jacking out the court cases. Yeah, true. But sometimes them things are kind of delicate because lies them a part of the problem too, you know. Like them delay to and them something is a part of the tactics, you understand? Jaja. So that's the crime situation. And I use those. So first, crime is choking Jamaica. Then we move to the figures since independence for sure. You see how we teach, you know, we develop lessons like, you understand? You understand? Let's jack it and make. Click. Think of yourself. We didn't need a little laugh there. Man, so let's jack it and make your answer. You understand? The police fraternity know 90% of those people who have guns and who sending them in the country. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Cool. And I think one of the biggest hindrances to crime fighting is the so-called human rights movement. Jamaica recorded 17% decline in birth rate between 2011 and 2021. That's significant, you know, peeps. I want you to understand that, you know. We need overseas intervention. Okay. Blazer selling on there now. Jamaica recorded 17.1% decline in its birth rate between 2011 and 2021. This according to the Statistical Institute of Jamaica. The situation has resulted in a rapidly aging population. See? So I teach demography as a part of the CSEC geography syllabus. You understand? When we look at the population, a younger population versus an aging population, countries with higher birth rate versus countries with lower birth rate, and we examine population pyramids and decode them and them something. So this is right up my alley, like, you understand? So I find it very interesting. Zane, can't feed the kids, you can't have them. Siobhan Hayden, I want to tell us, contrary to popular belief, you have many wealthy people in this country, sir. I'm going to say that again, because some people kind of feel to understand that. Sir, whilst you have a lot of poor people, you have many wealthy people about you, sir. Check out all of them community around Mobile, them upscale community, and them upscale community in Kingston and St. Andrew. And every parish have upscale community. Then who live there? I want to come here. Birth rate down or abortions up in addition to aging population? It's a good question, Empress Cookie. You know what's the name you study like? If lawyers find out then claim guilty. And that is the lawyer's job in a wildlife. Is so it go. Your duty is to get your client acquitted. You understand? They might eat too much KFC. That doing to the bird. Yeah, I will ask the Empress J. Lawrence. Yeah, KFC I do that. Then not no good. Because I mean KFC sometime, like every now and then, like that's been a while still, but one time you used to eat it. There's one agenda called depopulation, and every head of department falls under this, so there will be no justice for victims. Wealthy people, right? So, but that means I tell you, say so. Yeah, people can feed and youths them, man. You understand? Which is true. That is true. Just like how developed countries normally have a lower birth rate than developing countries. So it's the whole thing. So like people who have lower socioeconomic background tend to have more kids than people who are in upper class. You understand? Next story for next time. Yeah. So I could delve into this. During the decade, which is 2011 to 2021, live births fell from 39,700 in 2011 to 32,900 last year. So the birth rate is the number of live births for every 100,000 people in the population per year. You understand? So that is the whole definition of it. See? And we say live birth because you have, stillbirths and babies who we said they're born dead. I think that is the right terminology. Some people as a teacher mean born dead. But that is the right way of saying it. See? So live births, so it is the number of live births for every 100,000 people in the population. So that is how the birth rate is calculated. So we will continue. According to the 2021 edition of the Economic and Social Survey of Jamaica, the data indicated a steady decline in the crude birth rate over the decade, falling from 14.7 to 12% for every 1,000 in the population. I mean, I say 100,000. It's 1,000, The latest edition of the survey, a publication of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, was released last week. It highlighted the proportion, because we are talking about crime rate, Scotty, where you going? Your internet not come back. You see me? So in highlighting the proportion of women in the reproductive age of 15 to 49, and yes, that is where it is. So whilst the age of consent is 16, the fertility rate it starts at age 15. It's a thing. We normally debate that when we are teaching and things. It remains virtually unchanged at 54.9%, or 760,800 of the total female population. Scotty, she in this. You understand? She in 760,000. This has resulted in the general fertility rate of 42.3 births per 1,000 women between the ages of 15 to 49. a decrease of 3.7 percentage points compared to 2020. The survey added that the long-term decline in the fertility rate is also reflected in the total fertility rate, which for 2018 was measured at 2.4 children per woman, declining from 2.8 in 2019. Could it be the, well, it's not could it be, that's a part of the reason. Over the years, women have become more independent. No boy not can't tell them certain things, they must spend their own money. You get free water. Yeah. I want to tell you, say, somebody did have one little cake, say, I'm not too in a cake now, but I buy some cake for people and about here, like, and then give me 3 water, so I drink them. So, trust me, I not cake, I just drink the water them, which is fair, you understand? Since as I have to tell my business, Scotty. Too much young youth dying, not helping with reproduction. Enough man, they have to help with reproduction, so don't get it twisted, sir. One of the things is this, and as we said, this is a part of what I do. One of the in some countries now, women are now more exposed to educational opportunities and career options, and as such, I spend more time focusing on school and their career than having children. See, and women are becoming way more independent. It's not like back in the days where anything the man say goes. You have to, you understand? You have to do it now. It's different. So more women are having fewer children because they must spend more time on their career. You understand? So whilst you made a point, and it's a fair point that a lot of the young youths might die, but enough man there still. Don't. Man they both, man. You understand? Man they both. But the woman them enough, and I know of many women now who are very vocal, say they're not really interested in having no children. And if them have any, just one. You understand? Empress Patsy Brown. Suit to make. No more jacket, not about. Plus having kids nowadays might get you kidnapped and murdered. No pun intended. So one more dynamics, man. Trust me. The women them these days, you understand, they're more into traveling now and seeing the world, and you understand, not a lot of our young ladies are I think, you know, back then when a girl grew up, you know, she think about, you know, growing up, going to school, getting a job, getting married, having a family. You know, then girl, you know, a hot girl, some of them depend. You know, you thing, yeah. So I say, and many of them are enrolled in universities and colleges, and by the time they left university and college, them start work, and then they might enjoy them life because they're only young ones. You understand? And by the time they don't enjoy their life, then nobody will be picking these things. You understand? That's what I talk about. Trust me, like, it's something that I have been paying attention to, and I say it is something that I teach. See, and the data is there to support same. You see me? And it also depends on where you are as a country and the demographic transition model. Because that's the next story for you next time. It is, so the DTM, which is demographic transition model, shows a country's progression from it being an agrarian society to it becoming a fully developed or industrialized nation. So as you move into different stages, initially it had 4 stages, but in recent years, a 5th stage has been added because for the first time in human history, we are seeing now where population is declining in many countries, places like Japan, for example. See, so those countries have gone into stage 5. You understand? The death rate is now higher than the birth rate, so population is declining. One whole heap of story. A beautiful area of the syllabus when we're teaching population for CSEC. The youth them normally, yeah, so I say, very, very alive and thing, because it give them a vibe and thing. So yeah, and more women love women. most what we call first world countries, we call them developed countries. They have fallen in this stage of the demographic transition model. But it's not a geo lesson tonight. You understand what next time we get that? As a 23-year-old, kids are expensive right now. I will have kids in my late 20s. So then now I get more expensive that time. The lady Shannon, talk to me there. Then you feel like them is going to get cheaper. No, I not telling you, you need to have no children right now, you know me, Shannon. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying right now. If you feel it's expensive, you feel like them going to get cheaper. They run another part, they run this, you know, everything you get dear. You understand? But as me say, Empress Lee, me understand how the young ladies them approach the thing. Like, you know, me hear them, listen to them, we talk to them, you understand? And as we said, this is something that I teach, that I've been teaching for years. So I've been actually looking at it, Zane. And I've had many discussions with my students about this and things. So yeah. But Empress Lee, me play thing I get dearer. So you have to be wise. I know they will still, they're going to be more expensive, man. But me understand my answer, man. I don't pressure you. I don't pressure you. You see me? So we can finish up that part of it. Because we have some other things we want to talk about in the night. I wish I would did that. But do you remember? You understand? Mean a special note, yeah, of special note is that the age-specific fertility rate for the 15 to 19 age group declined to 72 births per 1,000 women. 15 to 19 in 28 from 79 births in 2002 to 112 births in 97. Oh, so it declined to 97 births in 2002, coming from 112 in 97. It said, quoting the Reproductive Health Survey of 2008 of the National Family Planning Board. Now, despite the fall off, the survey said births in this population subgroup is considered high when compared with countries in Latin America and the Caribbean region. Meanwhile, the survey highlighted that interactions of fertility, mortality, and migration have impacted on the size. So that is one other thing. External migration. So, you know, many families up and leaving Jamaica. You understand? And not only that, many young professionals in the world, brain drain type of thing, they're going abroad to seek a better life. You understand? And then but they have no children at Jamaica like. So all of them local dynamics there play a part in the thing. Plus some of the things they want to say already. Zane, which are there, so right. So, meanwhile, the survey highlighted that interactions of fertility, mortality, and migration have an impact on the size, structure, composition, and distribution of the population. It explained that increments in births and immigration are offset by deaths and immigration, which is correct. And them kind of cancel themselves out or balance themselves out. Zane? For really picking kind of slim. Now, data received from the Registrar General's Department reflected births of 32,900 and deaths of 24,000 for 2021. So the birth rate is still higher than the death rate. You understand? So we are still having growth in the population, but you know what I mean? However, resulting in a natural increase. So when the birth rate is greater than the death rate, we have a natural increase. And conversely, when the death rate is higher than the birth rate, we have a natural decrease in the population. Zine, so, however, emigration of 18,000 contributed to a net population loss of 9,100. Zine? So 18,000 people left Jamaica in other time. The survey noted that child population has been steadily declining since the 1980s due to the continuing implementation of policy and program initiatives aimed at reducing fertility rates. By way of projections, the medium variant for Jamaica indicates that the child population will continue to decline up to 2050, stabilizing at about 20% of the total population. So we are the man them busy a wine pan TikTok. Send Shannon around here. Shannon said the man them busy a wine pan TikTok, yes, sir. I don't know Lady Shannon because I don't go over TikTok side like. You understand? I don't have a video over there. Most young people relationship don't last. No people just looking for a good time, you know. You understand? A good dine and a good wine. Too much processed food. You feel so? People still get knocked up about you, man. Don't get it twisted. You see me? Shannon, the easy there. Jaja. Shannon, I think it's the first time I'm seeing the name here. So if you're here for the first time, welcome. I like a vibe. You understand? But these things are, on the face of it may not seem concerning. But if the trend continues and with the level of violence that we have in Jamaica, and also deaths from our lifestyle, you know, hypertension and diabetes and all of them something there, and these things, we may be in a situation where we are looking at natural decrease one of them time there. Poor people have more sex. How are you ask? Yes, rich people don't have enough sex. Then too busy I make money. Then too busy I make money than I make love. I always watch, but first time catching a live, I decided to come in. Look up yourself, Lady Shannon. I appreciate the support. Lady Janet said, rich people them busy I make money. You understand? And poor people busy I get busy. But there's actually truth to that. But we don't get into that part of local level still. Like me telling you one time, I was teaching a grade 8 class about population one time. Grade 8, you know. Zane and the youth said, sir, you know, say between me and you like, country people, them have enough pitney like. I mean, I say what you mean. He must say, yes, sir, man. Because you see a country now, sir. You see as night come, then nothing for do like, you know. So then lock up, and from then lock up, yeah, baby, I go born. And man, them a waste time. Before me get when me sure is by. Yeah? Alright, sir. I'm glad you're sure see I feel them, you know. You understand? I open the file and go on, everybody I feel said, you know, broski, because I said the filing kind of file on some people from time to time, you know. That DNA is up there, they not safe. Yo, sex offender who assaulted 10-year-old loses bid to cut sentence. So a 66-year-old Kenneth Morris, who was convicted in 2017 for molesting a 10-year-old girl and sentenced to 14 years in prison, has lost his bid to have at least 5 years shaved off his sentence. So the Court of Appeal, however, while dismissing the appeal and affirming the sentence, declared that his constitutional right to a fair trial within a reasonable time had been breached because of the state's delay for nearly 5 years in producing a transcript. Well, his transcript. Well, a 5 years, one transcript. Jaja. So Justice Patrick Brooks, Evan Brown, and Kisak Leng ruled that the length of time was untenable. The judges agreed with Morris's lawyer, Kemoy McEachran, that the appellant had been in a state of uncertainty for nearly 5 years on account of the unavailability of the transcripts that tired the door. 5 years to one transcript. The St. Catherine senior citizen was convicted in the St. Catherine Circuit Court and sentenced to 2 years and 4 months for sexual touching of a child and 14 years for grievous sexual assault, with the possibility of being paroled after serving 10 years. Morris had appealed the sentence and conviction on several grounds, including that his constitutional rights to a fair trial and due process were breached because of the delay in the producing of the transcript. The other grounds advanced were that the learned judge erred when she failed to adequately assist the jury regarding the legal element required to prove the offense of grievous sexual assault with penetration. It was also ruled that the judge had also erred in failing to leave the alternative verdict of the lesser offense of indecent assault to the jury based on the ambiguity of the complainant's evidence. The trial judge was also believed to have erred by failing to give a proper good character direction to assist the jury. But the appellate judges found that all the grounds except the constitutional breach were without merit. And them something, the long story short, him lucky. System 2 still in Jamaica need massive updating. So true. Wildlife. I in fairness to the Justice Minister, I think some progress has been made in the last couple of years. At the speed that it should be, hell no. But progress is progress, I suppose. I think some improvement has been made in the justice system. A lot more. It is so bad that little improvement that seem like a drop in the bucket or a flash in the pan, because so much is wrong with the system. But I suppose you have to start somewhere. And thing. Wife killer gets 25 years before parole. So Jamaican Canadian Alfonso Warren was sentenced to life imprisonment in the Home Circuit Court for the murder of his wife nearly 7 years ago. We have been treating with this story for a minute. Zane, I would suggest using automation, completing monotonous and repetitive tasks to get Jamaicans on track. Blessings, Amarsha. How are you? It's good to see you. Zane, Warren must serve 25 years before being eligible for parole. The court, however, deducted from the sentence the 7 years Warren spent in custody before his sentencing. Warren was last month found guilty of the stabbing murder of his wife, Stephanie, at the couple's home in Kingston on December 31st, New Year's Eve, 2015. Stephanie was attacked during a domestic dispute. So the trial judge, Justice Leighton Pusey, stated that Warren's previous 4 convictions were taken into consideration in the sentencing, which included the death of a child of the couple. He said Warren's intent at the time of the murder was also considered, as it seemed to have been a crime of passion. Pusey, however, said the gravity of the offense was a major factor in the sentences and the message for the general populace that the time given must serve as a deterrent. So Warren was found guilty of child abandonment of the couple's 8-month-old daughter, Angelica Leslie, in Canada. The child was found on the stairwell of a parking garage in January of 2008. Stephanie was also found guilty of the offense. They fled to Jamaica after Warren served 11 months in a 2-year sentence before being released, and then, on April 29, 2011, Warren was found guilty of malicious destruction of property and sentenced to $40,000 or 3 months imprisonment. On September 6, 2012, he was sentenced to 12 months at hard labor for concealment of death and failure to bury a dead body after one of his children was found dead in a suitcase. They're making it a trend for boys to be more feminine now. Check out TikTok. Let me not go over there. Well, I guess at that channel I talk about say, a man over TikTok or why not? Yeah, we are part of the problem. Too open out and tell them no to the red man and green man. Warren is an old convict. Yeah, brother, as I said, we have been treating with his story for a minute, You understand? Because he was deported to Jamaica after the concealment case. Then them come out no, it was after the Angelica case where they found the baby in the stairwell, I think. So I guess his wife came to help him settle in, and that was the end of her. You see? So very sad story. You understand? Them wine better than me. And me a woman. That not right. You need to up your whining game, Shannon. Yeah, your whining game want upgrade, man. You did lift up it something, man. Shannon, that's a player. No, as I said, I wanted to treat with this, but I was sick during this situation. Like, me I try to wrap my head around. I don't know, so my head kind of coming up extra large. You understand? And me can't wrap my head around it like. You understand? So many questions over leaked examination of accused in the Clarendon massacre. So the lawyer representing Roisin Barnett, the 23-year-old man accused of murdering a mother and their 4 children in Clarendon, is angry. And I said the article is old now, but I still want to talk about it. He's angry about a video recorded medical examination in which her client contradicted his claims that he had been assaulted by cops. Tamika Harris, who was assigned by the court, said she will be complaining to the Custos of St. Andrew, who oversees justices of the peace in the parish, and the Medical Council of Jamaica, the regulatory body for the medical field. You see me? And thing. I would also like to know who recorded and posted this to social media. Recording a prisoner, she said, adding, I have so many questions. When was the live and public medical examination done? Who commissioned this? Why are JPs actively participating in the violation of this man's rights to remain silent? Right to privacy, breach of the doctor-client privileges, etc. Why is this man stripping on Instagram? What rights is the JP protecting, etc.? So the video of about 6 minutes emerged on social media, and that was a Friday, the Friday evening for the last Friday that I streamed when I got sick. See? So I never get, like, when I wake up that Saturday morning, only thing I was doing was giving thanks for waking up. That is how sick I felt after when I finished streaming and came out of the studio. I was just shivering, like shivering. My head was, I don't know, so my head big again, so my headache now got small. You understand? My legs were weak. Like, I don't know how I sat in this chair not feeling so bad until I got up out of the chair. So after that Friday night, which was the 1st of July, I was out for 2 weeks, like literally out for 2 weeks. You understand? That is how sick I felt. See? And then I tell you, say, the wisdom tooth business, and then said, through my head big, my wisdom teeth big, and in extracting it, them have to cut it, they have to split it too. But tell us, you have COVID. The people them say, me never have no COVID, Miss Jones. You understand me? I say, then it means not the doctor, you know. You understand? They say, me never have that. You see me? So, but that is how it felt, though. Zane, and nobody was diagnosed with that, and tests were done. So I don't know. You see me? But that's how I feel. I tell her, like, say, mash right up, and then, boy, I don't know. But the whole of we, so Miss Janet, the all of we like, what are we? I don't know. So we should have it there. So we could continue there. So can I say, you see, I mean, understand, you see, people, I'm telling you what people say, I'm telling you what say. You see, because we have convicted in our head the youth for the 5 murders, yeah, and we're done with him. No matter what happened to him, we are okay with it, and it should not be so. And let me tell you why. Prison never make free dog. Prison not my friend them, yeah. Look here. Anybody can go to jail, you know. You know if you go necessarily kill a man for go to jail, you know. You cannot drive a vehicle and go about the business and lose control and calligraphy, sir. Now man, everything good bad. We miss with that, you know. Zine and you get a manslaughter charge and you end up in prison, you know. You don't want to support the violation of one man's right because your rights may be violated down the road. So we have to be careful, you know. So whilst we are saying, yo, him deserve it, Zine, you have to understand, say, the violation of one man's right can cause the violation of a second man's right and a third man's right and a fourth man's right till everybody's rights start get violated, you know. You understand what I mean? So we have to treat with these things seriously. So whilst what he did was, we can't even describe what him do. Be allegedly. See? I mean, he has confessed to it still, but that's the next story for you next time. Justice, as I said, in pursuit of justice, you cannot become unjust. See? And you don't want to be supporting foolishness now. And fool, the same thing they reach out down the line down, so when you shouldn't stand up against it and stamp it out. If you get what I say. So we have to be careful. You see me? Yes. So and we go back to living in a society where it is about taking out your phone and then we are record the video and the video record vertical, you know. Then that's the first thing. Then I cuss about. They are record the video, you hold the phone somewhere and then you turn on your volume to about half, or if the play is very loud, you turn it down to quarter way so the audio no muffled. I have to teach you know local things, you know. You understand? And make sure so your finger, and if your phone is not a good phone like, you keep your hand very steady and then something. That video thing you know work out. You understand? Cause we don't have video and even a video good. But today's the next story for your next time. You understand? And who's got it about she was fired. Be careful what you put in the ear, you know, miss. You understand? You may just get your heart's desire. That's that state of affairs. And JP's, like, there were so many things wrong with that video. The doctor. In the pursuit of justice, we cannot become unjust. And whilst him do something that is despicable and unforgivable, the violation of his rights can translate and transfer into the violations of your rights and my rights. Scotty, you love exalt yourself. The Bible says, I don't really know the Bible so good still, but the Bible says, who exalts himself shall be abased. You understand what I say? Humble. You understand? And thing. Teach him no mercy for. It's not mercy, bro. It is not mercy. It is right and wrong. You understand? And if it's wrong, it cannot be right. So despite what him do, he is in custody and is awaiting trial. In awaiting trial, there is no reason for him to be treated like how they treated him. That is just the truth. It no matter how we feel about what him do. And as me I said to you, say, teacher of the records, that boy don't have no rights. And me I say, savvy. What you think, savvy? See? And me I tell her, this is how little things become major things, you know. You understand? We have to be careful about the things that we support because we feel a particular way about a particular thing. You understand? We have to be careful. So here we get that and I understand the emotions about it and thing. And I'm saying, what is to stop one doctor again in the future from putting a next man through that with him JP friend them? A wrong cannot be a right. Like Scotty lockdown tonight. And I blame our internet. Could have been, because me can't trust people. Me buy my car cash. Me even not trust vehicle. Yeah, me not star. You understand? So me couldn't even tell you. You understand? Because she live different place like. And then sit there. So me could continue. And think. So me not even read the rest. I just say, yo, me don't know. Me get to owner say, Zane, but me not go agree. In the mere fact say, you or me, for whatever reason, you don't want to end up in a situation where your rights are so violated. Zane, and when we give support to certain things, it have a way of multiplying and becoming ingrained and entrenched. You see me? So we have to be careful like. Some things you don't have to wish for nobody at all. That's just the reality. So we not defend the youth, we are defend the injustice. No, we are defend justice. We're not defend injustice. So now me chat foolishness. So me just say, you see? Life is a cycle. As Richie Spice said. I can't say like him. Teach him lose all rights. Alright, Father Ricardo. Alright, sir. I don't agree with you, but me hear you. You understand? Well, Shannon say you can't fight. We fight fire with fire. I'm just kidding. So I am just saying, be careful of the things that you support, knowing say one day you may have to treat with that same thing there too. That's all me I say, you know. So whether I deserve whatever, and I say, in the pursuit of justice, sir, you cannot become unjust. I just truths and rights me I deal with it. I not deal with the emotional part of the thing, you know. You understand? Me not really depend on the part of the thing there. You see? And thing. fact of the matter is that he's in custody, and as such, he should be afforded the same treatment as everybody is in custody, you understand? It's just that. I mean, I say, we have to be careful. Case in point. You know, we're not go there, sir, but alright. I will agree to disagree with some things. But me here when I still, you know, we always respect the viewpoints and divergent opinions, but we don't always agree. Cause just like you agree with me, that is fine. You understand? Because me kind of know, me see something some different way sometimes, you know, just like how you go see it different. The one them, me not think say, it should have been done. So, yeah, I say, okay, because the way him do, if a video him and post a video. Alright. I do agree with that. Now, as I was saying earlier, that we are so angry in this country that it's like looking for a man toward these days could have been your last days, you know. Your last day, you know, because I say, no flyer on that case, though. Oh, that you mean. Big point you mean, teacher. Based on my observation, a lot of Jamaicans have no idea what their rights are. And but, you know one thing set. You know all the things set. Sorry there, that's a apply to some people, yeah. Man killed during fuss over bottled water. That's alright. You know, cuss not with nobody over my water, you know, can't say. Yeah. Yo, you can't write them. These stories write themselves. Yo. An argument reportedly about a bottle of water has left one man dead and another in police custody. I remember, I think the last time I streamed, or the second to last time I streamed, where there was a situation in Mandeville where one man killed one man because they were arguing about who brighter than. Me don't mean for laugh, you know. The man never argue about who. Then me could teach them this is an unprovoked murder. He committed so no mercy. May I hear your black mamba? May I hear, sir? But you know what I mean. Then me couldn't me couldn't argue with the next man. Say me bright and then me a idiot, sir. Water by the whole business. If man never argue which one of them brighter. Until one man, they have a thing, I think, oh, that one they go against Scotty. Yeah, and one man, him left and go in yard, and the next man follow him go in yard. I think them have a look scuffle and them part them. And one man go in yard, and the next man go there. And in guy man, I got trouble him, and the man chop him like. These so-called JPs need to know their place and stop profiling like they're liars. Them for go, brother. You understand? That is the truth. But because of the situation and the case, we are going to say, yeah, the JP them for go, sir. You understand? But because of what the youth do, you understand? We are going to turn a blind eye to that. So, me don't know who brighter because them seem fairly dumb to me, so I don't know, like. So them are two men, you know. Because in this country, me don't know. Like, an argument reportedly about a bottle of water has left one man dead and another in police custody. The incident occurred on Cemetery Road in St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne, about 1 p.m. on the day in question. It was a Monday. Now, according to reports, a man believed to be in his early 30s was on the job at the Santa Gloria restaurant when an argument developed between himself and the man who delivers food. It is alleged that the food delivery man stabbed the restaurant employee in the neck before fleeing the scene. He was later held by the police. One buckle of what? Yo, Wayne, I must holy water. I must holy water. Yo, would I kill me today? Did I crap me up today? Did I lie? But I was holy water. No, sir. I don't think it's holy water. You understand? Auntie, I don't know if it's high cool water, or what kind of water, but I have a lot of water, you know. But I don't know if it is holy water. Yo, speaking about we being hungry, I want to see the video with the 2 license for... Alright, so when I got the video, see, the first thing I said, nah man, a 2 license for you more than this man, because 2 man with illegal gun can't so fool man. Me don't know, when so from me here for the show, that 2 license for you more, look like some road rage business. You understand? So the man in the red must shoot the man in the next man in the hand. You understand? Cause so I don't even know exactly what going on. And then the man in the red like he can get shot 9 foot, he run up and down, and man a fire him and he have a gun there. And then I said then what kind of, you know, we used to play a gun war when we look at you with a stick like, and we cut gun out a board and then sit there and play pie. This man never run up and down when he plays that shoot. And then the people them, let me show you a thing. We have become so what? What is the word I want to use now? So used to, or so I don't, the word not even come to me. For example, what is joke is that to me. See? So the man them run up and down and shoot after one of them. Man just a walk regular see me like, oh, that man there shoot, oh, I want to shoot after, oh, him a shoot after him, oh, I want him do him, like I want them a shoot after them one there. No man now run go take no cover, you know. Somebody soon use the right word me and try to find them, I can't find you now. Immune, adaptive, insensitive. I desensitize me I look for still and I really insensitize Empress. I think I desensitize here, right? A custom can work too. But we have become so desensitized in this country where anyway gunshot them, yo, I will shoot down this one. I what kind of gun that him and bust around that part. Then I want him do him make him a shoot after him. Alright, I could go look close, I go see what go on. Oh, him dead now. Yeah man, him dead man. Him can't make it to us. Him dead man. Him can't. Him dead man. You understand? And that's how we roll it now. They just walk around and pronounce people dead. Him dead man. You see, him not gonna make it, you know. Him not make it. Yo, yes. Oh, like that upon something there at Waterloo there so. But them people they stuck in a traffic still in the Shannon. Some of them couldn't like run like unless them go run out of them vehicle like. You understand? Numb. Yeah, that too, you know. We're accustomed. We have become so like it's a regular occurrence now. There was a shooting where I think the police were shooting after a man in I think it's Port Maria. I think he had a cutlass. And there was a little schoolgirl crossing the road like she just walk across the road. People them just look same way, alright, see the head and like a regular thing. Elvis, man, you know what you feel of them Elvis and them people, oh him dead man. Him dead man. Yes, and him not gonna make it, you know. Him not gonna make it. I would be very surprised if the FLA don't take away those permits from those 2 men. You understand? So they're supposed to talk to investigate. I think they spoke to police one day this week. I'm not sure when. You understand? It told them get shot. You understand? That is how angry we are. Man a shoot man now cause you lick him vehicle or him. Well, I don't know. So upon the road you have to be careful. You can't even to scrape a man vehicle, you know, cause a man could have come out to the gun and shot before you can say yo. Cause the best driver can have a little accident, you know. You understand? And by the time you come out of a vehicle, so man a shot a fire already. Taximan brawl turns deadly. 1 dead following quarrel in Papine Square. So a quarrel between 2 taxi operators in Papine Square in Kingston ended deadly. The deceased man has been identified as 38-year-old Kemal Stewart of Kintyre, Kingston 7. Now police reports are that Stewart was at the Papine Plaza when an argument developed between him and another taxi operator over a passenger. It couldn't be me, you know, because me, you know. If it 2 of them out to fight because of me just take one next vehicle and gone about my business, you know. You understand me? I said, so then me gone. Because I ain't even know. You see me? During the tussle, Stewart received stab wounds to his chest area. He was rushed to the university hospital, which they right down the road down there from Papin Square. You know? You understand? To receive treatment. He later died of his injuries and was pronounced dead. One passenger, man, them cried over like, you know, like say. First thing say, when I used to take taxi like that, yeah, so no man can go hold on for mine and put me in a bus or in a car. Man, let me, man move for answer, man. Yeah, but hold on for move for man. Yeah, and I jag me. Depend that. Jamaica just depressing. I have to stop watching the news and vloggers at times because it's too much. We were talking about that earlier in Empress Shannon. I say, yo, like I don't cover many of these murder stories anymore because it just, man, me I get old to ya, man. So there was a next story when we did one address where some police officer apparently allegedly in some bribe thing go shoot up one man up on one place and shoot after his wife and all of this. They say. I don't know. You see? No, police have arrested two of the police officers. Well, yeah, so cops have arrested two of the police officers, but I think one of them fled the island after the incident. He's saying that, well, cop in $100,000 bribery murder saga willing to return to Jamaica claims innocence. So the third policeman being sought in the murder of 49-year-old Tyler Riddles, St. Andrew over an alleged bribery deal gone bad, wants to return to Jamaica to assist the investigation. Yo, we say, no matter how good a writer you is, you can't write a story out of Jamaica, you know. You understand? Me need to get into video production and start producing some of their script. You can't say, don't them in a movie like, might as well. Cops arrested two of the criminals. Then this police officer them is there. They lie to us. They want me to tell a lie, sir. The man name is police. No, so the Jamaica Constabulary Force reported this week that two cops were in custody and the third fled Jamaica. Queen's Counsel Peter Champagny confirmed Friday that he's representing the policeman who is stationed at the Constant Spring Police Station in St. Andrew. Champagny said he has written to the relevant investigative bodies informing them that he has been retained to represent the policeman. The cop is willing to return to Jamaica to assist with the investigation, the lawyer said. Now, Champagny said the policeman says he is not involved in any murder and did not leave the island because of the incident. Or he did have a family visit like. The two other cops were arrested on Sunday on suspicion of murder following the fatal shooting of Philip Wallace on July 16. The cops allegedly requested $100,000 from Wallace following a raid a few days earlier in return for a case against him to be job. I think they found him with some ganja allegedly. And apparently, allegedly, them said them want 100 grand. A sum was allegedly provided, but the cops demanded more. A report was made to the Constant Spring Police Station and a corruption probe opened against the cops. Now, about 10:41 a.m. on Saturday, Wallace was reportedly standing in his Green Glide close community when a white Toyota Axiom motor car drove up. 3 men alighted from the vehicle and opened fire on Wallace, report said. A woman who was also shot at escaped without injury. I think that is Mr. Wallace's wife or partner. And the Independent Commission of Investigations and the JCF Inspectorate of Professional Services Standard Oversight Bureau are probing the matter. Teach them now you can interview Sprague Benz who can show you the ropes to film production. I don't really think a Sprague show to film them still like. You understand? But let's be producer though. I think so, you know. 100 grand for a man's life. Kiss me teeth. Brother, man, it can chat, man. They might charge less than that near, you know. But say, yeah. Tell nobody so me tell us so me here. You see? And thing. So that case here, there's an article, you know. I don't remember the title of the article now still. Roll cops. Constant Spring. I'm not gonna find the article, but there was an article where it's a residence. What the title of the article name again? I don't remember what's it. They must lock up these criminal lawyers. But Empress Janet, then the lie, them and do with them train for this, you know, between me, like it's really and truly, is that them go to school for do, you understand? And things, so then you can't really lock them up like that. So I think go. You see me, what we have to do, I improve our investigative capabilities within the JCF and our prosecutorial capacity, Zine, after we build good cases against them, man, yeah? So we can get a conviction. The lawyers are just being lawyers, you know, like, is that they get paid for do, like, you see me? Speaking about lawyers, so Popcorn was involved in a little thing in a UK where them kind of pressure him and thing, and yes, Interpol have him on radar and then something there, and JCF released a statement say he was arrested for drugs in Barbados. 21 of them time. I don't want to tell a lie because I don't really want nobody sue me there because I don't really have it. Let me make sure I read it from both yourself because I have 2 youths to feed. You understand? Me can't afford to feed no big man. Yo, Popcorn files defamation suit against the government. Popular dancehall entertainer Popcorn, whose real name is Andre Sutherland, filed a defamation suit against the government arising from a statement issued by the Jamaica Constabulary Force in relation to alleged false remarks made against him. The Attorney General is named as a defendant, and the suit was filed by Senior Attorney at Law Bert Samuels of the law firm Knight, Jr. and Samuels. The JCF had issued information in a media release regarding the entertainer and alleged legal issues in Barbados. The statement was issued to explain the entertainer's recent long wait for processing by immigration in the United Kingdom. The law firm which is representing the entertainer had issued a statement saying that information from the JCF was not true. The firm had warned that if the JCF did not issue an apology by noon on the following day, a lawsuit would be filed. Samuels did not respond. Well, Samuel said no response was received from the JCF, and so the suit was filed. Interesting. Samuel said that the only charge against Popcorn was for possession of marijuana in 2009, namely smoking a spliff, and that had been expunged from his criminal records in Barbados. The suit is asserting that the JCF press release made false and malicious statements without cause, resulting in the entertainer suffering loss, damage, and injury to him. Popcorn is claiming general damages for defamation, interest, legal costs, and any further relief that the court may deem fit. Samuels had certified the document filed on the instruction of his client, who was currently outside of the jurisdiction. So Popcorn had stated in the particulars of the claim that the press release by the JCF was false and malicious. He states he has never been arrested in Barbados or any other place for possession of a controlled substance. He states that his conviction in relation to marijuana was wholly expunged in Barbados on April 21st, 2016. The lawsuit notes that Section 17 of the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act of Barbados stipulates that a rehabilitated person shall, in relation to any expunged conviction, for all purposes in law be deemed to be a person who has never been charged with, prosecuted for, convicted of, or sentenced. It further notes that Section 22 of the Act makes it an offence punishable by imprisonment to disclose that a person whose conviction has been expunged has committed, been charged, or convicted for an offence which was the subject of the expunged conviction. The JSF is being accused of acting maliciously and that it failed to carry out any or any proper investigations in pursuance of the due administration of justice or otherwise before publishing the press release. So the entertainer is contending that the word used by the JCF meant or were understood to mean and convey to the public and ordinary, intelligent, and unbiased persons with the ordinary person's general knowledge and experience of worldly affairs that he was allegedly involved in criminal activity. Popcorn further states that the statement meant that he was considered a threat to public safety. On the issue of malice, Popcorn is asserting that the JCF deliberately published the press release to justify its inability to enter foreign states unhindered. Yeah, so taxpayers might have to find some more money. Like me and you like, yeah, we good as we go pay some more money. Cause man, I don't even know. So the Merciless just this is a certified settlement. If the government goes to trial, they are going to lose. If the record is expunged, they shouldn't be disclosed to any authority, public or private. Only messed up parties are we Popcorn. How we are going to pay Popcorn. I mean, you like, I mean, I got it, you know. I don't have it. You understand? Me not have it. Money me I look away there. Me not got it. That's why I'm out here looking at it. Yeah. But if Popcorn feels like his rights are violated, he's well within his rights to seek redress and damages. I just saw a thing go, because we have to be careful. But the JCF was given an opportunity to retract and apologize, and they did not. So is the JCF confident in going to court? Let's see, because you have to remember that, you know. You understand? So whilst we are hear one thing from Popcorn, them, we don't hear nothing from the JCF after them release a statement. So they were given an opportunity to pull the statement, and they did not. So why did they choose that road? So I guess that's food for thought. I don't know. Ego, me don't know. Or they feel like they're on solid grounds. I don't know. Needs a corruption. Me not really know that job better still, but me that ask. You see me? And thing. So yeah. But as me say, should Popcorn win the case if it goes to trial, or even if a settlement out of court is made, then I mean if I pay a singer, a DJ like me and you like. I mean I have it. But if you violate a man rights and I saw a thing said, cause if they probably if they violate my rights like that, to me go link me like that too. Cause right you know, your reputation you have to guard that, you know, cause from them complete, I don't know. Maybe them never see the email. No, but Bert did up on TV and radio all about Jamaica porn. Bert now hide. Bert I tell them for a long time and sit so no. It Daily say it has been a tough week in Jamaica. Like Daily, like me I tell her say heavy man, heavy. Like Jada Kingdom like, you understand? But Jada Kingdom is nice heavy, that one is heavy, but you see and I tell her say it thing so heavy you like you feel it, brother, it just oppressive. You understand what I mean? I say I ain't even know, yeah, man. No. I want them say that's something and wicked girl summer. Me tell us so they say some things more time and I don't even know what them bring upon themselves, you know. It's a wicked girl. But there's a hot girl summer still, but you have a wicked girl summer to like say, you understand? But the wicked girl them out. Yeah, that's what they call themselves these days, you know. So, as a wicked girl. You understand? And things. I mean I know. So everything is hip these days, you know. As a wicked girl, then mama Lord or something there. You understand? Yeah. And whilst we interview Quick Cook what and Quick Cook up this thing when I say as a bad man, no Lord or something there too still. You understand what I say? Cause be always telling us be careful of the things they wanna say and entertain, cause But ladies, that as a wicked girl something, you know look good. And the man them that as a bad man something, you know sound good neither still. You understand? Woman charged with extortion and public mischief after fake kidnapping. Then you will see this girl here. This a girl here like. A Kingston woman was arrested and charged with extortion and So this was one of the stories that I wanted to do a individual video of the time when I was sick. You understand? When I couldn't open my mouth more than this one time I talk. You see? I have to name banana for about 3 days. Yo, yes, Rosie, fake kidnapping on the side there. Because nothing can go over that side there. You see? Auntie. Rough. But that's the lose, look how we to still. So everything work out. Yo, yeah, what? Just show that a lot of people aren't leaders, them not follow. You know what thing, we have very few. I say me eat banana for both you, and the man say why. Then brother, you never eat banana. Why you sitting there where you peel and why your name? Yeah, why you call it? Like say you don't eat banana. You understand? Then me eat banana. Me don't know you. Me don't know. Like me very comfortable with myself and my thing, you know. Me don't really know. Me eat banana, green banana and right banana. You understand? Me don't know. So me don't know you never light out. You understand? So watch it out. At Kingston, she want 2 thumb. He wants a wife and the mother, boy, you hit mother. So I want to say, oh, yellow berries. Oh, there's a big berry that still, oh, I like big berry. No, man, it's banana I did eat. Then me alright with the banana, you know. Me don't know about what you know. Yeah, that's what I say. We eat ripe fig. Yo, when I eat that, you know, when I really eat that. Yeah, that's that. You don't start about popcorn. Popcorn, alright, you know. Popcorn rich and happy. Yeah, that's that. I think. A Kingston woman was arrested and charged with extortion and creating public mischief after she allegedly conspired with her accomplices to give the impression that she had been kidnapped. The woman, 27-year-old Shamika Miller, is a customer service representative of Phase 1 Seaview Gardens in Kingston 11. Then, allegations are that about 4:45 p.m. on Monday, July 4, Miller falsely conspired with her accomplices by stating that she had been kidnapped while demanding money from her family members for her release. Yo, mama, chair of our family. It is further alleged that she sent her family members video footage with a gun pointed to her head. When her demands were not met, she reported that she was released on Spanish Town Road in Kingston 11. An investigation was launched and it was theorized that the allegations were false. She was arrested and interviewed in the presence of her attorney, after which she was charged, the police said. I think she was granted bail, you know. I don't remember in what sum. What was the sum that she was granted bail in? But you know, she she got bail. No, this woman here. You see, that wicked girl sitting here now. Cause it's a wicked girl. It's really a wicked girl, someone. Cause I watch her. Mama and her boyfriend. Well, I don't know if it's her boyfriend then. But say, yeah, son. The English language was good until this new generation. She decides, teacher, have the money and now give her none. Teacher, have the money and now give her none. Yo, mama decides she will pull a fast one. Pan her own people, them in the road, boy. Her own family, them in. So, mama, I think they have one panty over mama head. As a pan, I think they have one picture something for me. On the computer screen, I say that. Oh, look, alright, we close that feed that bit. I know I have one picture. It's a regular picture or screenshot. So, I mean, this is I'm going to make nice world. Let me see if I can't find it. I know it's a panty or a blouse she have for her head. We did have a video, but I probably not have it. But it's a screenshot, this. You see me? And the brother shots almost match our pink shots. They sure about that part. You understand? So she... But I don't know. Mama make the video. I said go get her people them so then kidnap her. Mama, the man them demand some money and the family said they not pay no money. Mama then let go mama out of Spanish. Well, mama said then let her out of Spanish Town Road. She had take a wicked girl thing too. You're gone too far now, my girl. That's Teddy Brook shot today and say, you understand? Then they file a lawsuit to get rid of her out of my family. Another story for the script. But I mean, 1989, brother, you can't write the story that me are telling them write themselves, brother. It's the only way they write, because you can't write them. You understand? Although I remember a story where a young lady, that said she call her people them and tell them so them kidnap her recently and nothing no go so. Police find her in one place. You understand? So yo, they watch too much show still. Netflix still available. Don't stop your people on Netflix account. Log in. Because they might watch too much Netflix, man. We never used to stay so one time. And since Netflix and they sitting there combo with stay. So I tell her, we never used to stay so. I bet she get a lot from the family and that is the reason she tried that. But you want family, brother. You orchestrate. Can't. She was locked up. What you mean? Shannon, what you mean? Then lock, you know, you say in charge her for extortion and creating public mischief. Shannon, you doze off a little bit, Shannon, man. Yeah, Shannon now here I go. Nah, man, she was arrested for extortion. She extorted her family. Because of Netflix itself. Yo, you can't, me don't know, me can't write them a story. Them have to write themselves. Them wicked girls, so man. I don't know. Oh, I never hear that part. Jaja. No. On Tuesday, yeah, man, Tuesday, that was the same day that Merciless died. Because I was even going to pull the premiere, Pamputate's premiere. Because we have to, yeah, but I decided to make it stay still. Because, and the one, because him girlfriend work I place there, enough time then call bomb check down the scene, bro. They know that they lock up one man one at a time still. I'm not sure which one you talk. I said the world is upside down. Everything is spinning. One song was saying about I know so a song. And that song. Said the world is spinning around. Everything is upside down. Me not hear nothing about it recently, bro. On Tuesday, let me read it. Grisly find of quartet jewels, Denham Town. So a foiled robbery last Friday is believed to have been the trigger for the horrific murder of several men from Denham Town whose dismembered bodies were excavated from shallow graves at the old Public Works Department compound near Tivoli Gardens on Tuesday. $5. Him good enough. If there's something about a place I make nice, I hear him in my headphone. I'm not sure which part about the place it does. Him is alright, man. Give thanks, man. I appreciate that. The one with his girlfriend working at. Yeah, I not hear nothing about it recently. I know them they lock him up. Zane, all four men were reported missing over the weekend when relatives thought it strange that they could not be located. They are Gregory Campbell, 23, otherwise called Kwesi. Fernando Brown, otherwise called Chun Chun, 19 years old. Christopher Murray, otherwise called Banga. Well, or a Banga. As good as Bang. No, man. Banga. Banga. A Banga, you know. As good as Banga, they don't call it G. Man is a Banga. Then me there try going like me bright. The man, he's 29. And Junior Riley, them call him Up. He's 29 as well. Riley would have celebrated his 30th birthday, I think, the day after, or 2 days after. His mother told the Gleaner that plans for a celebration were now doomed for a candlelight vigil in Pink Lane. Now it is uncertain when Riley, a chef, was killed, but his body was found in one of 2 shallow graves at the location. His mother said he was last seen on Saturday. They found the bodies on Tuesday. The other 3 men, the Gleaner was informed, were part of a group of 5 who attempted to steal a generator at the site of an unfinished gas station. The local gas station is a local, you know what, go and watch it right. unfinished gas station at the corner of Pichon Street and Water Lane. Murray and Campbell were reportedly employed as laborers at the location. Now, reports are that the two, along with Brown and two other men, went to the property on Friday night. They were reportedly held while two others, including a getaway driver, escaped. That was the last time they were seen alive. The Denham Town Police said on July 17, a missing person report was filed for Campbell and Brown, while Murray's father reported him missing on July 18. The cleaner understands that the Public Works Department site, which is close to Rasta City in Tivoli Gardens, is notorious for shallow graves and grisly deaths. It was Campbell's mother who reportedly urged the police to scour the property. On Monday, a team of detectives visited the location where the shallow graves were discovered. We found an area with dry bush laid on top of it. There were also drag marks and bloodstains close by. Further checks unearthed smell of gasoline and foul odor, a senior investigator said. The area was secured Monday night by the Jamaica Defense Force, and an excavation exercise began early on Tuesday. As news of the discovery spread, relatives, some of whom camped out near the area since Monday, were awash with raw grief. As the crowd grew and bodies were identified by relatives, families and of the deceased tried to comfort each other, some of them throwing themselves to the ground in shock and anger. Now, Campbell's mother, who requested anonymity, told the cleaner that he attended Woolmer's boys' school. She said he had often warned him against going about his business without declaring his whereabouts to his family. Now, Campbell was last seen on Friday evening when a friend called him from his dwelling. That friend was reportedly among the four found dead on Tuesday. Now, the under construction gas station was embroiled in controversy earlier this year when two stolen tanks were seized and removed from the location by bailiffs. The Major Investigation Division is probing the gruesome killings. Sorry, guys. True. It's a while now when I see elephant tree, you know. It's been a minute. I'm going to check on her when we finish. Remind me to check on her, June. And thing. I don't know. Jaja, yo, you think rough? No. No. The Maroon situation continues. This time, the Maroons of a compound has taken the government to court, but the government wants the Maroon lawsuit thrown out. Government lawyers have filed an application to strike out the lawsuit being pursued by Maroon Chief Richard Curry, who is seeking an order from the Supreme Court declaring that ownership of the lands in the cockpit country be given to the Maroons. The application has been set to be heard on September 30, when the court will also hear an injunction being sought by the Maroons and all current mining activities, roadworks, new leases, and or permits being issued to companies to minerals within the Maroon lands. The strikeout claims were filed on July 8 after Curry, the chief of the Acompo Maroons in St. Elizabeth, filed a claim against the government and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust on May 6th. Curry is listed on the claim as the first claimant, while the full Maroon Council of the Sovereign State of the Acompo is the second claimant. The Governor General and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust are listed as first and second defendants. Among the orders being sought by the Maroons is that, under Jamaican law, Curry is entitled to be the rest in fee simple under the Registration of Titles Act. Not sure what that means. Which essentially which essentially means giving him absolute ownership of Maroon lands. Which essentially means giving him absolute ownership. They are also seeking damages for trespass as a result of mining that is done without their permission. Both applications initially were set for a hearing on Thursday, but when the matter was mentioned, Justice Kirk Anderson indicated that he was unable to proceed as he was not in receipt of the complete bundles from both parties. Consequently, he ordered both the claimants and the defendants to file the complete bundles, along with an index by July 28th. He also made an order for both the injunction and the application to be heard on the same date by the same judge, and that the strikeout application should be heard first. Both are equally important because if the claim is going to be struck out, why would the court be granting injunctive relief? He asked. Furthermore, Anderson said, granting injunctive relief and then immediately thereafter hearing an application to strike out the claim, which is the basis upon which the injunctive relief has been granted, is pointless. Now, among the orders made was that the claimants are permitted to rely on the file further submissions and shall do so if they are contesting the defendant's application for court orders, but that the filing should be done and served by August 12th. Now, Attorney at Law Charles Ganga Singh leads the Maroon defense team, which includes Isaac Buchanan and Alexander LaBeach. Isaac Buchanan. Yeah, man, say only ugly people chicken monkeypox. Yo, yeah, I get into that still. I'm not surprised to see Isaac name here still. But that's the next story for next time. Teacher, Mr. Bonafide journalist extraordinary. Yeah, the man. I know I had several press passes in the US, New York, TV and radio show FC license. Okay. And are you a journalist extraordinary family? Oh, you know, Ganga Singh Malik. I thought the only ugly people always have a problem about certain things. You understand? Yo! I have a lot of things I would want to say about Isa, but I'll leave it there. You understand? And then the man come with and sit and say apology where see if you're my next one still. They are made for each other. You understand? And thing. Isa thinks a lot of himself. Let me put it that way. Probably too much. You see me? Yes. And as far as I am concerned, ISAT has an agenda, and for me, it is 99.99% of the time politically tainted. I mean, I appreciate people like, you see me? Yeah, man. You know, we know when we attack, we're not free. As a matter of fact, put it out here, because ISAT do some things in the past where I have spoken about very vocally. Because you know, so we're not really busy with the guy. We're not care with the guy. Whether the guy orange or green, it don't really mean no difference to it. And we're line up an interview with the great big youth, one of them. With the great big youth. You understand? One of the legendary DJs in Jamaica. You know, interview set and date set and you understand? You know, Scotty do the scheduling and things. So the date of the interview, you know, teacher beard and you know, we do the research because them money are great, you know, and you understand, I do about 2 days of research, you know. Not 24 hours straight, but you understand, couple of hours well, and we're ready. We're ready. You understand? We call big youth for a note from then time till today. Yeah, understand? We can't get further big youth. You see me? Scotty says she not stop. But so when I'm interviewing about do that day, you know. See? And eventually we get the great man, and the great man say, you know, him not do the interview. But we know where it come from, so we give thanks. You understand what I say? But I sat a fool. It's as simple as that. I sat a fool. He might be educated, but he is an educated fool. You understand what I say? And everything I sat do is really, as far as I am concerned, politically motivated. And as we say, when I really appreciate people like that, we appreciate people who do things because it is the right thing to do, not because it is a political thing to do. You understand? And people might afraid for sister, but I sat a fool. You know, this I sat a fool, and this one I sat is fool. You understand? So whichever, I sat is a fool. You understand? So I hope him see it too. You understand? Because him is just that, him is a fool. You see me? So somehow we say, we're bright and we have some qualifications on paper, but we are educated dunce, man. And I said Buchanan are one of them. Anybody can tell him something say that. You see me? Yeah, man. And then CVM is the next one. But then CVM still, because I don't really think none of people want to work there still, so they have to take who they get to. So that's the next thing. You understand? So, yeah. I beat some people sometimes. I'm going to go, man. You understand? I can't man make them statement. And then the apologies like what the hell was that? You understand? Man is so pompous and egotistical. Like, you can't say you're wrong. Move up, man. You understand? But so true, some people afraid to talk about it still. I told me it's sick, you know. Yo, me say, me being sick, what do you see? Yo, me say, me did go beat some people, you see. But everything happened for a reason and purpose. Probably God name want me beat them at the time. You see me? Because, teach, when you go make a video about our big club, Chelsea, boy, I say, let's go and watch and see what go on in, right, you know? I sit in Liverpool like a big club, yes, sir. You understand? Right now, Arsenal recruitment no look bad neither. You see United, I don't want to look thing in the market. But, see what go on about this, right now. See what go on. Yeah, peep, so, me call it a night there, so. See, we have some other things we couldn't talk about, you know, but some man accused of raping teen cousin denied bail. I didn't remember some of that right or something. So a Central hotel worker who was accused of raping his two underage cousins was denied bail when he appeared in the St. Catherine Home Circuit Court today. The girls, who are 15 and 12, are reported to be the sisters of the defendant's 17-year-old girlfriend. Hold on, let me read that again. No, come in here and read that, you know. The girls, who are 15 and 12, are reported to be the sisters of the defendant's 17-year-old girlfriend. So her name cousin then. So where do I yard? Where do ya? Me just see Scotty pull me door. Like then it's all that are in down here. No, some think this was me, was the man of my house. Obviously, me is not that. But alright. Me is the mouse of the house. Let me read about this. I got a story I kind of told me. I remember, you know, the title is this. Man accused of raping teen cousins denied bail. A Central hotel worker who is accused of raping his two underage cousins was denied bail when he appeared in the St. Catherine Home Circuit Court. The girls, who are 15 and 12, are reported to be the sisters of the defendant's 17-year-old girlfriend. The 24-year-old is charged with 2 counts of rape, having sex with a person under 16, and grievous sexual assault. He was refused bail after the court was informed that he threatened the father of the alleged victims. Oh yeah? The accused was ordered to return to court on September 13. The girls, who are 15 and 12, are reported to be the sisters of the defendant's 17-year-old girlfriend. So how them become him cousin? So him girlfriend and cousin? Scotty! And then he's charged with 2 counts of rape, you know. Having sex with a person under 16 and grievous sexual assault. Then him allegedly threatening girl and father. Might be different fathers. That one rewrite. It threw me out, Richie. I'm go watch it and see. How did Merciless die? You know, say, the postmortem not do yet in a family, but he was just found unresponsive. You understand? So when the postmortem examine, well, as somebody just said, a postmortem is an examination. So when the postmortem results comes back, I guess we'll see. But there are a lot of speculation. I am not in a position to do so. But he has been sick for a little bit as well. And things. I don't know. Teach might be his uncle's kids, but the girl is the uncle's stepdaughter. Could be, you know. Could be. Scotty in the back room tonight. Cookie will be a back room of my place. Cookie, what's your take on Donna Lee? I spoke about that earlier. I have no take on it, you know. I sincerely hope that she's still alive. And if so, she will be returned to her family, her loved ones. And if unfortunately she is not, I hope that the investigation will be at the highest order. And all those who are involved and are found to be involved, they are made to pay in full. I mean, that is the only take I really have in truth. You understand? And that is the case for all missing persons, like Miss Yolanda Beckford, 32, who is missing as well, and so on. So, yeah. When Donna Lee's story broke, I was very sick. And remained sick for a very long time throughout the initial stage. It's a very long time. I was sick for about the better part of 2 weeks. Probably about a week and a half. And then I was treating with an extraction of a wisdom tooth that was giving some problem. And so I'm not so wise right now. I lose some wisdom. and so I was not able to treat with the story in the initial stages. And then by the time I was feeling a little bit better, the amount of information and misinformation and disinformation and aspersions and accusations out there, I just never feel like I wanted to add it. Well, I never had anything to add to it. You understand what I mean? I say, I don't know anything that would benefit the public, really. So, you understand? So, I just never bother get involved. And I am like that. Like, if me feel like, say, there's no merit to it. I mean, everybody else have been speaking about it and giving their views and trying the case and convicting people and stuff. So, I don't know. I understand that her family is hurting. And as such, I sincerely hope that they get some closure soon. Preferably finding Donna Lee alive. But, you know, as the days go by... you know, the likelihood start to decline, and you know, I think so. It's really sad. We don't want to hear say nobody missing, no young lady, no woman, no children. You understand? But we have to treat with it, and we say go. Yeah. And I don't think it's a voice note. I think it's a conversation that was recorded, which is totally different from a voice note. I think people keep saying voice note because both of them were talking in the same audio track. So that can't be a voice note. You understand? Unless those were merged. So it sounds like it's a call that was recorded. So I heard bits and pieces of it. You understand? So a lot of questions are to be answered. The boyfriend is the main suspect and thing. The lawyer for the baby mother is saying that he was assured that she is not a suspect at the moment, but Indicom will speak to her on the 3rd of September, see me. And watch and see. So I listened it. That was actually the first piece of audio. So because I haven't listened to the interview that the mother gave. I have seen bits and pieces that I've read, but I haven't listened. I haven't watched the interview or listened to the interview either. Sorry, because I said that was the time that I was really and truly the brilliant Judge Skies will say nobody no check. Understand? And thing. But make a watch and see. You see me? Make a watch and see. I guess the family may be at a stage now where they are hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. I don't know. I think news come out not too long ago saying 2 new witnesses. Yeah, no, I think about yesterday that came out. One of the lawyers, I think Christopher Townsend was the lawyer who said that I don't remember. But I think one of them said there two new witnesses came forward saying that they saw Donna Lee leaving and thing. But then, let's see how that goes and how that holds up. You understand? So, but you don't look good. You understand? Where's the young lady? That is it. Where is the young lady? You understand? So if she even left there, so where she there? You see me? Where she go? Who she left there with? Who come for her? Who carry her left there? I don't know. I have many questions. So you know what I think go. Sad. You see me I say? It's sad. I can just imagine the anguish and grief that her mother, she looked like she was very close to her mommy, is treating with her and stuff. Plus, sometimes the people in the social media space feeling that they are doing well, but sometimes them kind of cause more hurt and grief in some of the things that they said about. It's a next story for next time. I can't beat them enough earlier, but you know what I think of. And them some there. We have treated with too many missing person cases and in recent times, and yeah. Oh well, let's hope for the best. So as I said, for me, you're not gonna hear me come and say that man do that, because I really don't know, and I said it is not a case. I wasn't following from day one. And I teach them must please try interview Tony. Yeah man, I want to interview Maggie one of them time. As a matter of fact, I want to tell us, speaking about Maggie, I interview the greatest selector that ever lived soon. Like about Monday, I think. So you will figure out who the greatest selector who ever live. You understand? So let me see who are the greatest selector who ever live. You see? And things. So yeah. I do research already. Prime already. You see me? Yeah, I think we have to interview them on there. And things. So yes, Kevin, really sad situation. It has galvanized the nation and stuff. Ricky Chupa, a greatest selector who ever live. Rory, a greatest selector who ever live. I want to know. Say Ricky Chupa. I saw the Ricky Chupa, Rory. Oh, yeah, so you see him in the come. I don't know. Okay. Oh, cool. All right. Let's see. Christina. Peeps. So, I cut it there, so. And think. Captain Midnight. Interesting name. Rory. Zine. No Ian from Roadstar. You know. You understand? No Chris Goldfinger. You know. No. Danny Jedi, greatest selector we ever live. I don't know who I talk about. Then I don't know. I interview Sky Juice already, man. I interview they just don't come and road it. See, Danny Jedi, greatest selector ever live. Then who know about selecting? They don't know about selecting then. Then what I mean? We don't understand. Danny Jedi play every song ever string up, you know. Danny Jed play every song ever string up. Let me not understand what I mean. I mean, I said the man there for on the name, man say Foots, Billy Slaughter. I now say the name they want to call not great, you know. Squingy is actually the greatest. It depends on what your benchmark. What go on for Ghost interview. Then you have to ask Ghost and brother. I have tried. I'll put it there. You understand what I say? Danny Jed for real and Ainsley. Big Belly Sky Juice. No, for me still, Danny Jed is the greatest selector we ever live. You understand? In terms of the influence and the impact that he had on the music down the years. Zane and the sounds that he played and the roles that he has played in pushing the music forward. So, I guess our view of greatest is different. But for me, Danny Jed is the greatest selector we ever live. You see me I say? You understand? The rest of my name created, and I get me wrong, you know. But in terms of, for me, contributing to the development and growth of the music, nobody had the impact as a selector that Danny Jed has had. And that's just me. Probably me, I look on the wrong still. You understand? So, some of the man want to call, make some name, yes, we don't say no. But who lay the foundation and set that thing there? Danny Jed. But long story short, peeps, big up on yourself. I'll see you on Sunday. Like, I missed streaming. I don't know that I would have said that. Like, when I was, I really missed it. I missed working. Like, as I said, I had to push back 2 weeks out of interview. I was not able to do a video. Zine, because one, Barry G, I got interview. Yeah, and I need you to interview Mr. Vegas too. Yeah, man. I mean, Vegas put the PM Deuce in the music, you know, brother. We can't go around that, you know. You understand? While Vegas and I kind of, you know what I mean, have a look at thing one at a time. I mean, never really have nothing. Vegas try my channel. When Gina tell him to usher them out and me do a video and he try my channel. And me never see why Vegas would try my channel. You understand what I say? But he did that. So from that, we never really. But me not no issue with Vegas. You understand? I don't know if Vegas has no issue with me too. I don't know. Me never do him so many things. So. You see me? And thing. But what I mean? Vegas a big artist out here, man. And thing. But we just, no link never make and no conversation never make about it yet still and them something. So yeah, man. But Vegas a big artist out here, man. And thing. Teach them. Groom Scotty to run things when you're not available. I wanted to Scotty did sick one time too, you know. You know a lot of fault there. You understand what I say? But she alright though. You understand? But I never nothing like, oh, we did sick with. You see me? Auntie. Vegas is a good artist, but a bad. Fab 5 interview. Fabulous 5. Twin and twins. I want the twins, I want to G them, man. Just timing that. When them ready. You understand? But I'm G them, man. I know them, man, they talk on a regular. So. Well, I mean, Black Mamba, I can't speak to that. You see, I am willing to interview people who have made meaningful contribution to the music, and Mr. Vegas has done that in no uncertain terms. You understand? Big artists, so I don't know. But I work in them, bro. There's always somebody for interviewing them. I don't get caught up in that thing and frowns and soul. I just move on to the next one, you know. So we do it thing. You understand? And thing. Well, yeah. Big up on yourself. I'll see you on Sunday. And thing. I mean, enjoy the vibes, yeah? You understand what I say? People like Wildlife and Shannon, I don't want to call her there. And Empress Janet and all the people, them, Malik and all of the people, them, DS and the whole of the people, them, we bring a vibe to your thing tonight. Big up on yourself, you know. We miss the eyes, them. You understand? The eyes, them. Rosie and the works. Seeing? Yeah, man. We miss the family, man. So we're glad to be there again. I'm sorry, Scotty never get for join and thing. But I'll see you on Sunday. We have an interview premiere at 12 on Sunday. I think so. I think it should be Esco. I think so. Esco from left side and Esco. But I haven't reached on the left side yet still. I know you're on the left side. But I hope to interview Esco one of them time. Left side one of them time. But I think I have an interview with it. And Tuesday's interview should be the great Glenn Washington. I think so. I don't remember all the lineups say, but I think so. I understand. So I think it's supposed to be Esco on Sunday, Glenn Washington on Tuesday. Editing notwithstanding. You see me? Guys, yeah. But peace, big up on yourself. Give thanks, and I appreciate the support. Zane and I own a call-in stream. Yes, again, I own a call-in stream. I don't know if your phone number then still have. Because if I go buy a chip, then soon stop selling chip, you know, because I'm going to say, you know how much chip we sell them brother, then I could have do with them chip then. I mean, I can't nobody with the chip them, then just let me buy a chip them, and because we don't do no whole heap of calling stream, I don't put no credit on the thing, you know, but true me buy enough chip, and true man never buy enough chip, and then sit there too. Say rural and fear. And then true say if you don't use a chip in a look a while, then sell a chip, you know. You understand? And then if you go buy back a next chip. Then if you don't sell me chip, me not have to buy no chip. It's my chip, me buy. You understand? Because you know, use the regular on the calling, then sell it something. You understand? Then I will pull my door. Scotty, what you want? You can't come say hi to people them. So that means I tell the people them then soon stop selling chip and start report with. Because we have to buy no chip for the regular. Yeah, I tell them. Yeah. Teach Cartel just post. Comment is coming. Alright, I'm album name, sir. And thing, right? So then soon stop selling chip because they must them. Me can't buy no more chip. I go as 5 chip I can't buy now. Me don't think I have no more chip left. It's alright. Peeps, big up on yourself. Scotty there, get trouble. And thing. I think Scotty's here because she and my daughter is very close and things. So I don't know what kind of arrangement they have or agreement, but she there. You understand? So give thanks, appreciate the support. See, daily big up on yourself, you know. $5 jerk, man. Where you sell jerk chicken or jerk pork? I say $5 jerk chicken. Carter just post comment is coming. Okay. I say, oh, man, there's an answer now. $5 jerk, man. I'm not jerk. You understand? Alright, so I'm Mr. Vegas talk about one of your interview teach. And he never talk with no vibes against you. And we all go. Yeah, as me say, yeah, Vegas good. It's just like I'm trying my channel and I never pleased with that. I never hide that. You understand? And the circumstances under which he struck the channel to that was like never called for. You see me? And front. But me not nothing against Vegas. Vegas a big artist, you understand? Him pay him dues, him doing work. So whenever, you understand, we don't have a problem documenting the journey. He's a great artist. See, say your piece, big up on yourself. I want to carry grudges like that, you know. You understand? We don't carry no grudge. You understand? We don't grow that way there. You see me? We just let bygones be bygones and keep it moving as mature people. It's one piece of $5 last year. Last year. Alright. Big up yourself, you know. Go and spread the culture. They call it jerky, but then that not right. You understand what I say? You understand? $5 jerk, man. You keep it thing this. Pips! Teach, haven't seen Ellie. Yes, Empress Joan Gray. I know, I see the message about Ellie and I tell her to remind me to link her tomorrow. You understand? Probably should just busy, man, and think. Peeps, walk good. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Sunday. Thanks to the people who were here. Thanks to the people who contribute. Yeah, jerking us on right for you, bro. Thanks to the people who contributed to the vibes in the comment section. You understand? And keep the thing going. And thanks to the people who give me a look at their money. Because I don't work hard enough. You understand? And big up on yourself, man. I appreciate the ones them. If you are here for the first time, I hope you enjoy yourself and you forward back around one part. Sunday, 7th. At what time we stream on Sunday? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. And we're supposed to have premiere on Sunday at 12, you know, day called that Sunday service. You know, Tuesday at prime time. You understand what I mean? I say 7:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Chronic Stevie's. Big up yourself, you know. My Vincentian brother. Our sister. I think our brother still, but big up yourself. You understand what I mean? I say, I appreciate the support, you know, my lad. Hey, Christina, how are you? It's always great to see you, my friend. You understand what I mean? I say, Keisha, I bless. Black Mamba. Horton Davis, I think of the first Scotty. You can't come say hi. Hey, there's up there. Be impressive, all of the people there. Mike Andrews. If he's 24 and his girlfriend is 17, chances are he was doing her. Hey, that's a possibility. Sashina Scott, good night. I think it's the first time I'm seeing Sashina's name. Like, I'm very good with names, you know. Teach them the church is taking all of the money. A church, yeah, jerk for brother. Is a church jerker. I see a word, man. Go out do the thing, family. You see, peeps, see you on Sunday at 7 and see you on Sunday at 12. All things being equal. I'll try to get that edit out of the way. I think it's a long interview. I'm going to tune in Sunday. Alright, Shannon. I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, General. I like your vibes. You see me, peeps, all of the ladies, them, big up on yourself, you know. But nobody with the wicked girls, some of my business. You understand? Some are hot enough already. Man, them. As a bad man, you don't drop it. You don't bother with it. You understand what I say? When I approach a quick cook, you know, but I'm thinking, but you have to be careful when you call and to yourself and these things. You understand what I say? Pips, walk good. Lighthouse, just shine his light. Ali, you were here? Yeah, you were. I said Ali earlier, and I never remember the ELR. Davian, big up yourself, you know. Ali, big up yourself in the Empress. Manners and respect. And thing. Yes, my brother, big up yourself, you. Pips, walk good. Step with Jack. Safe travel upon the gravel. I'm out.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Teach Dem Radio Show. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until the next episode, check out the Teach Dem YouTube channel for more good things from the yard. Also, we'd appreciate a rating for this episode. Until next time, walk good, my friends.